Guaranteed top 2. And
That would
then
be incredible. And then taking out Wes and DB.
what?
They would win the tournament. There's no higher to go after that.
Man.
It's like capturing a Mew, you know, legitimately. Not easy.
Yeah. Or you could just like have a kid you know at daycare who's got all the hacks, all the rare candies.
Oh yeah, the kid with Game Genie.
Yeah, the kid with Game Genie.
Man, we all knew a kid with Game Genie.
He's like, for 25 cents, I can find you a Mew. Maybe it falls off the back of a Poke Truck, or maybe not. I don't know.
Falls off the back of a Poke Truck.
Well, you just put Pokey in front of anything, and it's like, you know, the Pokemon equivalent. Okay.
All right, here we go into the next game.
Wow, big switch-ups.
This is a big switch-up. What the heck? Kaina and Hyper have decided.
The double Koji.
Bro, let's go double Koji. It'll be awesome. Maybe it will be
They're like,
awesome.
did you put on deodorant today? Because we are ready to sweat. Double Koji. This is full force.
It's not just
Not
deodorant,
holding
it's
anything back.
antiperspirant on this one.
Yeah. No aluminum, though. Healthy.
All right, here we go. The set count is 1-0 in favor of Power Ranger and Lopez, but the battle rages on. Kaina, Ackerman, and Hyper switching to the double Koji. They've been doing double Bodvar for a while here. Oh, that was a quick lag check. Okay, yeah, we're good. We're to fight. The taunt in South America, a taunt's not really a taunt. A taunt
really
means
quick.
I'm lagging or I'm good now after lagging.
Woo! Okay, Lopez almost taken out. Kind of Ackerman has to find his way back to stage. Ooh, Lopez went out there looking to get that recovery. Kind of still somehow holds onto this first stock. Oh, but Lopez is able to hunt it down, claims it for himself. Lopez has yet to be hit even once.
That is crazy.
Oh, I'm glad I called it out before it happened. Make note of that.
It was remember the time where Lopez took a whole stock. He didn't even get hurt.
40 seconds in.
In a 2v2 match, no less. In top 3, no less.
And he was in play. He was doing stuff, hitting people. Oh, no! Slip and fall. That does it.
All
Almost
of that.
Dude,
that
what?
huge lead means nothing now.
Oh,
all of a
wow.
sudden.
That's unfortunate.
That is very unfortunate. Well, they equalized quickly at least.
That's like if you had an ice cream and the first lick knocked it off the cone and it fell on the floor, and you're like,
Yeah.
oh, come on!
Yeah, that
It
is
was the full ice cream I
a
wasted.
very apt analogy. Yeah.
Okay, tied up now in the second stock. This could go either way. It's only the second game of the set, so we've got a lot of action left.
Power Ranger and Lopez taking some big damage, but whoa, Lopez scores a super early kill. Oh, but they kind of Ackerman.
Oh, wow. Nice coverage by Hyper.
It was an amazing save from a save attempt from Power Ranger and an even more amazing punish of the save from Hyper.
Yeah, he just put him in a to-go cup for Hyper to then come in and just completely chug in one hit.
That was insane.
Okay, stocks are still tied, but if you're looking at Kaina, he's on his way out potentially here. Now his teammate's taken down. He's down to the 1v2, but wait a second.
Wow,
holds his own,
Kaina,
claims
he's
the
going
stock.
hard. Oh, but then, what
yeah.
a save from Hyper, the little neutral light, just to stop the bleeding. Oh, but then Kaina goes down. Now it's a tough 1v2 from, and then, oh, man.
It'd be good damage, but
Yeah. I mean, we can, we're happy for him, but we're not, happy in general.
Uh-oh, actually. Oh, wait, fights his way back onto stage. Hyper, that's it. There it is. Man, 2 games in a row for Power Ranger and Lopez.
Uh-oh.
Oh, boy.
Hyper and Kaina Ackerman now with their backs against the wall, playing off the heels of their feet. Can they bring it back in a spectacular finish here? They'll have to win 3 times in a row against Power Ranger and Lopez.
Whoa.
Oh, the legends select, guys.
Are there pockets behind your back pockets? Like, whatever's behind your back pockets, that's where they've reached.
This is like that extra jean pocket that no one ever uses.
Yeah,
the
one that's like really thin, and it's like, is there a comb
I don't know what
in there?
I don't know what you put in there.
Just your comb. Reach into that tiny little pocket, you pull out Ada and Frax now. Hyper and kind of Ackerman. I like the potential of double blasters.
Power Ranger. Whoa, Power Ranger. That was...
Wait, homie stock? What's happening?
That was some big-time lag. I think we're going to reset this one.
Okay.
Yeah. Power Ranger must have lagged like crazy. and it happened in the first 10 seconds. So
Right.
that's a legitimate switch off there. That's the rules. When we're playing online tournaments, we don't want sets to get ruined by a little bit of weird lag. So the rule is, if you have a problem in the first 10 seconds, you can just run off the side and SD. In that case, it didn't even look like he ran off the side to SD. It looked like he just lagged off the side. And by the time he was back in control, it was too late. Luckily, it was in the first 10 seconds. All right, if it happened later, Hyper and Kaina would be well within their rights of the rules of this tournament to just go ahead and keep fighting. But fair's fair here. We're going to just restart it. Let's see if we're all good this time. Yeah. Based on their fastballs, I think we're good. So here we go now. Power Ranger and Lopez ahead by 2-2.
Oh
what
my
in the
gosh,
world?
big team combo picks up both Hyper and Kaina. The damage difference
For all
is telling. And there's the
That-
first stock.
Whoa, this is wild.
Oh,
This is out of
yo.
control, man. I don't know how much Vrax is helping out in this whole situation. Oh, here we go again. What?
Almost.
Ah.
Power Ranger just barely missing. Now Kaina doing great damage now that he's picked up this Rocket Lance. But I don't know if it's going to be
That was
enough.
an incredible start, man. Holy cow.
and that-
Have you ever seen a 2v1 combo with a Teros in it where one of the moves just in the middle of it was gravity cancel neutral signature? It's usually like hammer recovery or like, I don't know, it was send him back downward. But what an awesome way to send him back down with a gravity cancel neutral sig.
Man, somehow Power Ranger and Lopez, okay, we're holding on to their first stocks. Lopez taken down, Power Ranger still holding on to his, but Kaina hunting it off on the side of the stage. Wow, goes for some crazy options, has to get back to the platform.
Oh,
but
Power Ranger!
Dude, will not be
Wow.
denied. Takes out the second stock. They're
He
three
still has
stocks
three.
up.
He still has all of his stocks, Power Ranger.
Oh boy, okay, finally. Now full 2-stock lead for Power Ranger and Lopez. Looks like they may take this game 3-0, but it's not over yet.
Yeah, let's not count him out yet, even though it seems pretty clear.
Oh my
jeez.
God.
my,
Oh,
what
no.
in the
Wow.
world?
Jeez.
What happened? Lopez!
Oh,
he just started yelling in the middle of the stage and everyone died.
He said, "You think it's not over?" And then Lopez told us when it was over. Okay.
Holy
wow,
cow. Well,
man.
that's a 3-0. That's a big 3-0.
Well, that decided that.
That last one, look at all these
But,
down six. Ooh.
hey, you know what? Congratulations to Hyper and Kaina Ackerman.
Yeah.
Best placement yet. Bronze medal on the podium.
By far their best placement. I mean,
Yeah.
that is incredible. They made it on the podium, man. That's a big deal.
Yeah, really making a statement in 2021.
Power Ranger
But-
with the one count 100%. You love to see it.
Yeah.
He doesn't shoot much, but he shoots straight.
Knows when to do it. Okay.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we have arrived. It's time for grand finals here in the South American Autumn Doubles Championship. It's Wes and DB.
Lopez, a win here wouldn't even bring this closer to, or it wouldn't bring it close to 50%. It would do 3 to 9, which is, I don't know the math off the top of my head, but it's like a third technically if you just divide it. But either way, this is, it's definitely looking favored towards West. Of course, high PR has more gold medals because Lopez has 0, has more silver medals, doesn't have as many bronze medals, but that's just because he's busy knocking Lopez into that bronze medal spot very often.
Okay, yeah, we're even getting the picks here. It looks like it's actually going to be Koji coming out from Lopez. And, of course, the Volkov from West. So no surprises there. They're hopping right into the
25%.
stage striking sequence.
Host is
25%,
clowning my
yeah.
math skills.
3 plus 9, 12, 1/4 of 12, 3, 25, yeah. It's okay,
Look,
though.
I'm busy
because you know
talking. I'm
what?
not doing math. I don't have my pen and paper in front of me.
We're not mathematicians. We're commentators. We talk, you know?
Talk about
It's
the
time
game.
to talk it up.
Yeah, here we go.
We're in winners finals.
Small Brawl Haven, haven't seen it a lot today. This is a very volatile map. Gonna see some quick knockouts, especially Wes with the SIG usage that he's had. If he gets the right hit, we'll get some quick KOs.
Yeah, and especially, you know, we're so used to seeing, you know, the Rocket Lance, the Axe, but I do have to give credit to Wes's Scythe today, and they're just going to go ahead and do a little pause check here. But yeah, no, so far, I mean, Wes has been like schmixing people here, and there we go, nice little guitar solo, bring things right back in. Made a little jump around. I think Wes may have disconnected.
Yeah.
But either way, man, it's been crazy seeing this Scythe go off today.
Yeah, Wes, not really known to be a Scythe player, but he's definitely been popping up, getting some really good reads. And, of course, on the other side, Lopez, known to be a very respectful competitor. You see the way that he respects the taunt to pause from Wes, the way that he was giving homie stocks in his earlier sets against Power Ranger as well. Like, he's definitely a real honorable competitor.
And, of course, the scary thing about the Scythe is, you know, a lot of players that have gone up against Wes today have tested their luck against the weapon off stage. And we're going to see if Lopez is going to be in the same boat. The down sig, though, catches a beautiful dodge from Wes and secures that first KO relatively quickly. And, of course, with Brawlhaven, those small kill boxes are going to lead to those KOs that much quicker.
Yeah, and the fact that Lopez was so accurate with his SIGs earlier in his set against Power Ranger would spell really nice things for this match against Wes, because if he can get those quick reads, that side SIG that we saw, right, like that gravity cancel, might see Wes lose some stocks, but Wes needs to come back into this one, needs to find that finishing blow onto Lopez's first stock.
Okay. And just like that, Lopez is actually kind of cooking Wes right now. Wes doesn't have a dodge coming back down. It's going to be an easy punish on the landing from Lopez. Oh, wow, what a spot dodge from Wes there. That definitely would have been another stock, but Wes needs to find an answer now.
Yeah, that spot dodge saved his life, but it's not like it gave him a punish on it. Lopez still got away with it, still sitting on this first stock. That Nair, not going to do much. He does active input it, and it actually works out as Lopez can't get the wall touch.
Yeah, Lopez kind of had like a bit of a haphazard weapon throw there that he was using to cover his landing. Just the aim on it wasn't too great. So it gave Wes an opportunity to send him back off stage. He didn't have a whole lot of options since he didn't get to touch the floor. But with that said, I mean, he still has a pretty healthy lead here. If Lopez grabs the bow, goes for that down sig, D-Light recovery will do it too. Hey, catch the opponent coming up the lip of the stage, and you can just go ahead and send them right to the kill box.
Yeah, he just caught the hairs of Wes, and it was enough to lead into that recovery for the knockout. Wes borderline a full stock behind. It's going to be close if Wes wants to get this back.
Okay. Wes gets caught by the falling Nair there. Lopez doing such a good job catching the juggles. Goes for a little bit of a soft read. Nice catch from Wes. Hold on. That's not going to be enough, but goes for it all there. And now a turnaround.
Yeah, Wes with this corner control. Or sorry, Lopez with the corner control. Wes does get that Nair. Goes for the down sig. Lopez right underneath him.
Whoa.
Again, the down six. Lopez is completely out of range for those, but the side air will finish it off. Final stocks here in game number 1.
Yeah, the turnaround there, crazy from Wes. Lopez had like 2 different scenarios there where he almost ended the game, but Wes was just sneaky enough to be able to hold on. And now we're going to see if he's going to be able to make the entire comeback. The D-Light recovery is not enough. One more conversion from Lopez. Throws out the side sig. That's a free punish from Wes.
The 3-piece here he goes again. Oh, but the wake up from Lopez. And Lopez going to close out game number 1.
And that one's tough, too, because when you go for the D-Light ground pound like that, especially around kind of the earlier percents, there's still like a decent amount of recovery on the ground pound. So then it's like he just went for the immediate gravity cancel D-Light for the wake up there. And I actually don't know if Wes could have really done anything. Maybe like mash a jump there. Yeah, instead of falling straight down. That might have been the answer.
Well, now we're seeing Wes make that that swap that he's made time and time again in this tournament, is the swap over to the Jala for game number 2.
Okay, and the Jala was looking pretty good too, all things considered. Grant, I'm surprised he didn't rock with the Volkov a little bit more, but we did say, hey, you know, sometimes the Jala works as a palate cleanser. So maybe he's like, all right, you know, I'm going to put it back for now, try the Jala, see how I like it. We've seen him whip out the Jala in earlier sets as well and have great success with it. So just might be a comfort thing.
Might just be the thing that he needs to go up against Lopez. But right now, Lopez, full weapon control. Wes really just running around trying to scramble, does pick up a sword, and Lopez starts to back off.
Okay. And Wes swinging back here with the side light. Gravity cancel D-Light comes out from Lopez to get a little bit of some extra damage. And Lopez kind of winning a little bit more in the neutral game right now. Wes having some trouble finding all the hits.
This is going to be bad for Wes. And yeah, that side air guarantees it. The weapon toss just in case Wes does not have the movement. And Lopez going to have a big lead here in game number 2.
Yeah, that side sig was pretty much the deal breaker there, right? Just sent Wes so far. Didn't get the KO on its own, but it led to it, and now Wes is playing from behind yet again. We were talking about before at the beginning of this set that, like, Wes has quite a bit of a lead in the head-to-head, right? 9-2. Yet, by the way this set has been going so far, you wouldn't believe it.
Yeah, Lopez definitely playing out of his mind today.
Nice.
Nice D-Light side air will guarantee the KO. Wes stick to his comfort weapon of the axe, but needs to get this damage.
Okay. The bow looking good from Lopez here. Gets to juggle with the neutral air. Going to keep Wes in the sky. Go for a neutral air again. Try to catch the landing. Weapon throw to cover yourself on the way back down. And the side sig comes out and finds the bullseye.
Wes going to hold on to the stock, though. Fortunate enough to get back up. Put some damage out, but he cannot afford another signature from Lopez. Side sig, not much of a punish though, and the D-Light recovery, Lopez poised to take game number 2.
Okay, Lopez has just been finding the hits, right? It looks like, you know, when he goes for SIGs, more often than not, they seem to be connecting when they need to, and Wes just seems to be struggling a little bit, not necessarily finding the KOs, but finding them efficiently. It looks like Lopez is living just a little bit too long, despite the fact that Wes is playing the Jala, but that end SIG, almost enough, barely not enough juice on it.
Really, really close. The side air, not even going to put Lopez in the off screen though. And Lopez holding on to the stock. Ooh, the back off the down
ground
line?
pound. It's crazy. And Wes going for a gravity cancel sig here. Wes on his final stock needs to be careful with these sigs now because they could lead to a certain death punish. And Lopez, you know, gonna be looking for that D-Light recovery. It's around that time.
Yeah, Wes has got to be really careful here. The recovery is going to do it. Lopez takes game number 2. Wes is in trouble.
Yeah, and Wes kind of being a little bit haphazard toward the end of that game. I mean, we saw the final stock was taken from a recovery from Lopez, but he got hit by, I think, like a neutral air. And it's not like the sword has any real true follow-up off the neutral air, but I think he like panic dodged at the end there. And Lopez saw that and said, well, since you dodged, I'm going to recovery.
Panic dodged right on into the recovery. Lopez throwing out 10 signatures and connecting with 20% of them. That's only 2 signatures, but the real thing is he got away with like all of them. Barely a punish ever came out from Wes.
This is Koji we're talking about, right? So you know that SIGs are going to be, you know, side SIG, end SIG, tatami mat maybe. Honestly, all the SIGs are really hard to punish. He just has a really good, well-rounded kit. On top of that, you know, he's combined with some high deck, so his light attacks are hard to punish as well. But on the other side of things, you know, Wes on the Jala, I don't know. I feel like the Volkov was working a little bit better, to be honest. I felt like he got a little bit more mileage, but I think we see another swap here. It looks like the Hattori is going to be the pick from Wes.
This is an interesting one. Hattori wanting to bring out the spear and the retain the sword from the Jala, but bring out the spear for this one. I'm not sure what particularly that's going to do against the Koji play of Lopez. Like, is Spear Nair going to work out better against these bow approaches or what? I don't know.
It's only a matter of time for us to find out. Granted, Hattori, I felt like used to be like a staple in the competitive scene, then kind of sat by the wayside for a little bit. Gonna go ahead and try to make a splash right here. Oh, you just gave your dodge away. What a conversion. I like that, right? Push him further off stage because you know he doesn't have a dodge. Instead of just going for this air, you can literally drag him with you with the gravity cancel side light.
That was close. Ooh, Wes going for the read there with that gravity cancel side light, but he gets away with it. Okay.
Lopez once again starting off guns blazing here. This could potentially be a 3-0 on Wes unless Wes is able to make the proper adjustments. I mean, we're taking a look right here, and so far, I mean, Lopez just kind of seems to be a cut above.
Yeah, Lopez just seems to be so comfortable in this matchup right now. Has not really been in trouble throughout the entirety of it. Lopez does get caught though. Gravity cancel and light from Wes. The side sig not going to work out. Again, we're seeing Wes struggle to finish off the stock of Lopez.
Okay. You can see Lopez slowing things down here as well, right? Like Lopez is like, I don't have to approach. I have the lead. I have a hefty lead here, right? By a firm stock and some change. So it's up to Wesley to approach, but he got the recovery there, but not the dodge.
Yeah. Tried to wait a little bit, see what Lopez is going to throw out. Now he's got to be careful, but the sweat beats come out, and Lopez knows that that ground pound is guaranteed. Lopez is 1 stock away from a guaranteed grand finals.
Yeah, if you're Wes here, I don't think the Hattori is it. We're going to see if the reverse 3 stock is going to happen right now. But so far, the spear hasn't led to much. You can see Wes is going for some reads. Not quite working out. The weapon throw's no good. That's going to KO off the top, though. So good job to Wes for the repeated pressure. But you still have 2 stocks to burn through.
A full stock behind Wes with the Hattori. Not really known for getting those big offstage plays. So it's going to be a lot of strong neutral from Wes. He wants to bring this one back. Pogos, but he's still trading with Lopez. He cannot afford these trades.
And especially when you're playing the spear, you want to bait your opponent to jump so you can get those D-lights. But Lopez is doing such a good job of staying grounded. And if he's going to go into the air, it's in burst with the dash jump into some sort of attack. And so far, they're trading way too much. Wes, if you want to make this comeback, you got to stop getting hit somehow.
He's got to find something different, but gets through the end sig. He's still, again, just going back and forth, trading damage. Just hits a sidelight, not able to find the follow-up. Dodges through it. Okay, opportunity, gets the double. Wes going to take this to final stocks. Can he do it?
Yeah, you have to be really clutch right now in order to make this one happen. And so far, not a bad start. You're going to keep starving Lopez. You can get the jump, get a D-light. It's going to be some guaranteed damage, but Lopez has the weapon now. D-light recovery territory.
Might not even need it. Wes burns it to dodge. Okay, gets back up with the recovery. One more hit. Lopez can take this one and go to the grand finals. The side air. The weapon toss, and Lopez does it. 3-0s. Wes turns that set count to 3-9. 25% win rate in favor of Lopez. And now Wes has to go down into the losers bracket.
Yeah, that's tough showing from Wes, all things considered, right? Like, still gets the guaranteed top 3, but you definitely don't want your winner's final set to look like that. And he's going to need to figure out between Mammoth, Brawlhaven, and Demon Island. And I feel like for like South America, they might just straight up pick Brawlhaven. I know they like to scrap. You know, all these stages are scrapping stages. Demon Island, fine. I'll take it. And of course, we've seen Onyx a fair bit today, right? Power Ranger rocking that Onyx, and Lopez going to be rocking that Koji.
More Kojis today. Power Ranger is going to be an interesting one. We haven't seen Power Ranger on the Onyx in a hot minute. A lot of people have been kind of jumping ship from the Gauntlet train like you were talking about when we saw the Caspian earlier. But it looks like Power Ranger wanted to stick it with it. And it's interesting that they're going to Onyx instead of the Wushang, which we had seen previously.
And like, Cannon is always a weird one because it's hard. Oh my gosh. Yeah, forget what I was going to say, man. That was disgusting. That deserved its own applause.
Just the follow-up side sig to catch Power Ranger. Like, if he didn't have a weapon in his hands, he was dead. But he's got a lot of horizontal movement with these gauntlets and cannon.
And I think it looks like a particular type of disrespectful when you go for the gravity cancel side sig on Bo and they fall into it slowly. Yeah. It's like, oh, you knew.
I mean, it's like, it's that small line, right? Like, it's kind of tricky, but Lopez does still find the recovery for the KO. Going to take that initial stock off of Power Ranger, and he's back to the bow for a potential another side sig reap.
Okay, we'll see what Power Ranger got. Whoa, hello? I was like, that def on the wrong side.
Swatting the fly? Like, what was that?
It was like, oh man, didn't love that, but he was able to turn around and get a side sig. It was all a bait.
He's playing the mind games.
Okay, and the down sig, that's a really good sig that Onyx has. You're going to see that one coming out quite a bit.
Didn't quite get that punish there. Saw the dodge down, had the timing and everything, just or had the idea, didn't have the timing.
Okay, and Lopez having a bit of a tough time here. It's going to be a free punish, though. Maybe go for an edge guard, goes for a little bit of ground pound. Power Ranger makes big mistake, and that's going to be the stock because of it. Lopez going to go ahead and be happy with that, man. Make-A-Wish Foundation coming out in full effect here.
And this might be Power Ranger bot as it's just running at Lopez. Lopez with the homie stock?
At this point in bracket, that gives him the check. Hey, he said, I voted. Let's go. Make sure you vote in your local elections, y'all. It's important. And they're trying to figure out, are we good? We lagging? We good?
County. Yeah, Power Ranger is definitely throwing out moves as if they are not aware of their existence. And this, this might be a Power Ranger bot again. Back.
Yeah, that boss will move like that. Hey, there we go. We check. Hey, there we go. I like that.
Back to the polling station.
You had to double check the Scantron real quick. Okay. Just like that, Power Ranger swinging with this Onyx.
Weapon toss. Lopez with a lot of control. Gave Power Ranger the homie stock and still taking the lead. Has so much weapon advantage.
Yeah, but the damage is fairly even here because Onyx, of course, does have that pretty high defense that Power Rangers are trying to get a weapon, man. He's like, please, let me get something. Oh.
Gave him the homie stock, but
There
not
it
the
is.
homie weapon. Down sick from Power Ranger. Opportunity here, but he might fall. Oh, D-Light, ground pound. Power Ranger gets back up safely.
Oh, manages to pick up that bow from like pretty. Oh! I mean, the way you said that, it sounded like a shee. I was like, oh, I expected a. Dag, that was abrupt.
Yeah, that NSIG caught everyone off guard.
Like that, just like that. There we go,
Great
yeah.
pickups from Lopez. There you see in. That goes away a Power Ranger and
The final
last one.
NSIG just bang. Here comes out so quick. That's like that. I mean, this is PI 3 versus 4. Look at the money, right? Like that's as close as it tends to get. Oh, they
Yeah,
gave me the quick switch up.
like ignore the money. Let's talk about that last game. You know, 40% accuracy, both of them throwing out 5 SIGs. It was a close one, right? Pretty even damage per engagement. Just Lopez had that one final SIG read right when they needed it.
Okay. And going right back to Demon Island for the second game here, and I'm with it. You know, it was a pretty close game, all things considered there. That NSIG kind of ended it abruptly, but up until that point, like, these guys were scrapping as much as they could. And we're going to see, we did see Power Ranger actually get kind of starved a bit in the last game. Lopez was doing a really good job with that sword and just kept cycling through all the weapons. Oh my gosh, right? You your name on them, the signature from Koji, quite literally.
Wrote all the letters, not just the K, but Lopez again with the side 6. He is hitting these signatures, but Power Ranger able to respond with some damage. Good dodge from Lopez. Power Ranger's in trouble. Lopez gets the stock.
Oh man, and I think the thing about the Koji side signature that makes it hit so different is the fact that he has to do like a barrel roll first. You know, he doesn't just shoot the bow forward. He says, I gotta parkour into it. Gotta be careful here. Power Ranger needs to get the KO. That's not gonna be quite enough. That's Sayer. I don't know if he has enough options here. Goes
angle.
low, tries to scoop him, but it's not enough. Uh-oh.
Lopez running
Play
that
with fire.
down there. Yeah, that was a pretty risky play, and now he's stuck on this wall. Power Ranger hits him with the neutral light. Lopez, plenty of movement though.
Another neutral light will probably KO in the corner though. Oh man, here we go. Power Ranger getting starved again. Gravity cancel D-Light recovery will be enough though. Power Ranger only in the yellow, and since this is Onyx, that's actually not bad at all. Should be in a pretty good spot to bring things back. We haven't seen much in terms of cannon convergence though. Now that I'm thinking about it, I'm like, yeah, you got to hit here and there, but we haven't really seen like a long signature cannon string.
Yeah, haven't been getting that like extra 3 or 4. We've seen like a couple.
Again.
Yeah, man, Lopez's SIG follow-ups are on point right now.
It's like keep dodging in. Easy. Go for it. Right above my head seems to be where Power Ranger keeps occupying, and I think part of that is just due to the cannon and the gauntlets just having moves that kind of naturally want you or wanting you to be in that position, right? You do like a gauntlet sidelight, oh, that's an NSIG. You do like a cannon Sayer while following, oh, that's an NSIG. So Power Ranger's gonna need to be careful.
He's got to start picking and choosing his approach angles a little bit better.
Oh,
But again,
again.
Lopez with these NSIGs.
Catches the sidelight once again.
Right, SIG just raw, catching the movement of Power Ranger. Power Ranger really trying to play that movement game, but he's just getting called out by Lopez.
And it's like crazy too, because the Koji NSIG in particular doesn't even like
the
KO
weapon.
like that. Yeah, he said, nah, I'm good. Oh my gosh. I gotta see
That's
the SIG
the
accuracy
neutral
stat.
Yeah,
Ooh,
Lopez
good
is
one.
definitely hitting SIGs.
Oh, almost
Good
got that
dodge
one.
through. Nice turnaround for Power Ranger. It's going to take a lot here. Despite the fact that he's got a lot of defense with this Onyx, he's just not getting those big momentum swings the way that Lopez is.
Okay.
Okay.
Oh, I guess pick up there. Waits because, of course, no true follow-up, and I think waiting panned out quite well there, but Lopez able to get the turnaround here, setting up with the weapon for cheeky potential edge guard, but it's not going to lead to anything.
Right side air, Power Rangers starting to be in trouble. Waiting a really long time, and Lopez is going to take game number 2.
Yeah, I think Power Ranger just, it was a game of chicken, right? Like, when are you going to touch the ledge? And specifically, if you are Lopez in that situation, what you're waiting for is for Power Ranger to dodge, right? Because then you can like, oh, okay, I can throw my weapon, I can go for a ground pound, whatever. And then right there, Power Ranger dodges, and he's like, wow, but he's still, like, you're expecting him to use his dodge to touch the wall, not to just, like, move straight up. So at that point, he's like, oh, well, now I can just wait and react to whatever he does. And that's how he was able to get that edge guard.
Yeah, he's just floating there, really hoping Lopez was going to overcommit and come off stage. But Lopez just with really good patience waited, and now Power Ranger has to make the reverse 3 if he wants to stay on the winner's side. Power Ranger's going to fall.
Oh, I'm confused. I thought he had his recovery. Maybe he used it. Another homie stop coming out from Lopez here saying, you know what? I'm so good.
I don't need it.
I don't need it. That's facts.
I don't want it. That stock was gross.
We lagging again? We checking. Lopez like, you know what? I'll stand right here, bro.
I got the Shogun bundle. I got all day.
Prime gaming, baby. There we go. I think.
Nope.
Jumping around.
I'm waiting for the check mark. There it is.
There it is. There it is.
There we
Hey.
go. Now we're ready. Break that neutral. Lopez starting it off. Oh, there's the pick, but he doesn't get the read. Lopez jumps up. Power Ranger still gets the wall touch.
Oh, man. This might be abrupt.
Damage.
Oh, this might be abrupt.
He still touches.
Turn around.
Oh, Lopez gets back up safely.
Okay. Oh, wow. What a gravity cancel. And light to catch the dodge through. But the dare's not going to connect. Power Ranger. Good job from Lopez dodging that weapon throw. That was still active, so. Oh, again. Oh, it goes for 2.
The D-Light beat out the GC side sig. Neutral sig from Power Ranger. Might get the first stock lead. He's had all set, but Lopez comes down. He just needs a recovery, but the down sig will do it. Power Ranger with the lead.
Okay. Now what's Lopez going to do here? He's like, oh, did you need that stock actually? We're about to find out. Okay. Nothing crazy. Lopez. Wow, Power Ranger's been doing such a good job with these wake-ups, honestly.
They're working very well because Lopez is feeling good. He knows he's up 2-0, so he's getting a little over-aggressive on the follow-ups. D-Light dare. Puts him off stage. D-Sig read, but not going to lead to the knockout.
Oh,
nice punish.
Man. Yeah, that... I don't know why that one felt a little bit more disrespectful than the other ones. Like, god dang. All
it's
right,
that movie moment, right? Like, you see it fly right in front of his face. Time slows down. You get a close-up of him, like, closing one eye.
Yeah. It's like the one with Jet Li. It's just like, oh, man. You got to be careful here. If you're Lopez, you're one good hit away. And, of course, Power Ranger can start throwing out that gauntlet down sig now. Maybe start fishing for some sidelight recoveries. First, you got to hit him, though. Lopez starting to get that momentum. No dodge. Hits him with the side sig.
No! Lopez gonna take it 3-0 in a nail biter. Power Rangers gonna fall, and Lopez will earn a guaranteed top 3 finish.
Oh, man, bro. Lopez gave him a stock. On top of that, did less damage. He did less damage and still won the set. That's a statement. We got some replays here. Oh, man, that side sig on the side sig whiff. And then like Power Ranger mashed down air, and then like that has some active frames, right? So like he fell pretty low there.
Falling. Unfortunate fall for Power Ranger, but that does mean Lopez is going to continue on, and I'm sure there's a lot of people in the community who like to see that from Lopez, because I mean, like, when you give homie stocks, instantly you're somebody's favorite, right?
No,
like,
that's facts.
Like the second you give a homie stock, somebody's like, wow, that dude's a hero. Like, we need to give him a medal after the tournament and everything. Just like that's a Brazilian hero right there.
I was just like, hey, if you give in homie stocks, because that's the thing, right? Like, it's always, if you give a homie stock, then win, you're a king. If you give a homie stock, then lose, you're a chump, right? Like, that's always
matter, but it is game time, game 1 here in Southeast Asia.
Just like that, for the winner's final side of things, winner of this gets themselves guaranteed top 2 spot in the tournament. We're gonna see who's gonna come out on top 2 at first. Now, right now, I mean, so far, we're seeing Reaper going kind of crazy on the Barraza with these blasters, man. We've been seeing a lot more blasters, I feel like, as of late in the 2v2 landscape, and I'm here for it.
You know, me, myself, I just started playing Blaster, so it's a really exciting weapon to see. I had to start playing it because it's so controlling the way that it controls the pace. And then, like you said, in 2v2s, you said this last week, in tournament, when you're hitting somebody with that bad boy, it holds them in place so long, it allows so much easier team composition combos, and I love it.
I have to agree, man. It's so much time. And wow, the stocks are flying. Asair is going to go ahead and find a stock as well. You can see Vortex going for a ground pound. The red team struggling a little bit, but not falling too far behind. They need to find their KOs right now. Oh, Reaper might have found another one. He's going for the edge guard. He's going low, and it's going to be a reversal. And Himwe is going to be able to find the stock there. Give him the chase dodge. He's coming back. He lives.
Wow, that was a save if I've ever seen one. Are you kidding me? Serenity fighting for their life, but it's up against the Gauntlets. Had that chance to get a recovery, but decided to go to the other side of the stage. Knocks their teammate up into the skies, and now everybody's still on board. But, okay, I was going to say they both had both of their stocks, their 3 stocks on the blue team, but we finally got Reaper to lose one. Boom! Oh, my goodness. Okay, so now, like you said, stocks are flying. We got 2 and 2 on the side of the blue team, and we are looking pretty damaged, pretty hurt on the red team. It's looking like a tough comeback, actually, to be honest.
This is the first time for me getting a peek at Himwe. I've seen Serenity a couple times here and there, but of course, if we don't get to stream as much of these regions, a lot of the players kind of fly under the radar for me. And Himwe doing a great job, but I don't know if it's good enough. You got 1 stock left. You can see that Serenity's on the side there, trying to see if they can bring this down to a final stock game. That Sair should be enough. Perfect cleanup from Himwe there. Can they get the KO on Vortex? They will find it with that Sair. And now the red team is technically in the lead here. I say technically because Himwe is already in the orange and Serenity's in dark red.
Yeah, luckily he's got some pretty good defense, but on this edge fight right here, you might want to get out of it. See, like, after that one hit, I think it's time to escape. There we go. Makes it back to the stage, and that's this kind of situation you're going to have to avoid to give your partner a chance. You want to get as much damage as you can if you do end up leaving them in a 2v1 situation.
Oh man, the red team, they're bringing this back. Nice interruption there from Serenity to go ahead and save Himwe. Himwe, like one good sig away, and Scarlet is scarleting right now. These signatures are coming out into full effect. She is letting the gas out the tank. Sidelight recovery, that's gonna find the KO. Himwe finally goes down, but at this point it doesn't matter. They stayed alive long enough to rack up some damage and help their teammate out, and now Serenity just has to get that final blow on Reaper. And you can see Reaper trying to stay alive here. Sidelight recovery might do it. Stomp Sair will definitely do it. Just a raw Sair even had enough punch, and somehow the red team was able to come out on top there.
That was such a way to fight back. It's literally right when I said, I don't know about this one, they said, hey, hold my Kool-Aid.
Yeah, facts. Get a load of this.
They turned it up. But yeah, that was a beautiful performance. I was gonna say there at the end, the defense from Barraza might have been able to save him, but that damage on Scarlet said that, you know, I can equal out to what you can hold, you know what I mean? And that Sair was just enough. Most characters would have a tough time on that bright red that he was on, getting him off stage like that.
Yeah, that's true. And the thing that kind of sucks there if you're Reaper is you did 711 damage that last game, right? So for context's sake, when you get someone to 150, that's considered red for most characters, right? So that means he got them to red at least 5 times. You know, that's 5 out of 6 stocks in the game. So you gotta think, man, like, oh my gosh, Vortex, gotta hold your weight here, buddy. Nice ground pound.
Goodness.
Oh no.
Oh, Reaper tried the gravity cancel.
Nice save.
The wow, but the turnaround from the recovery of the axe clinked them out into oblivion. I cannot believe that. Such a turn of events, saved right back into the depths.
Oh man, there we go. Side stick from Vortex. Reaper trying to get some positioning. They need to get some KOs on the red team members right now. We saw Reaper got that D-Light. That could have been a Sair. That could have been a dash jump recovery, but I hesitated a little bit there, and now the red team gets to hold on to the stock a little bit longer. Team combo time. Kaboom!
Oh my gosh! If anything, I didn't think it was gonna kill. I was mad impressed at the way that it climbed up the ladder, but I didn't think it was gonna KO. What?
That's been one of my favorite things from the Autumn Championship, man. We've been seeing quite a bit more Rocket Lancet too, but specifically Rocket Lance team combos. That's new. You know, we've been spectating this game for years now, and Rocket Lance team combos, we've never quite seen them get the conversion into the KO like that, but here they are in full effect, and now the blue team is struggling. Henry still has all 3 stocks. This was the person who was in the last game was the first one to get sent down to their final stock, still living with 3.
Yeah, and you know that power they used to hold that last stock is leaking into this one, and that's why that first stock lasted so long. Man, the blue team is kind of just, they're losing their stocks quite early. They're getting racked up to high damage fast. And I mean, when you talk about that combo we saw, obviously super fast, but they're getting KO'd fairly quick. They're not able to hold on to stocks. Boom, there goes the second stock on Vortex, and they're in a tough spot to try to bring this back. You're gonna have to have Reaper staying away and staying alive, but he's in the mix scrapping up against Scarlet. Sayer is there, and there you go, you're out of there. My goodness.
Oh, Vortex, you are crazy, brother. You are crazy. I respect it, but that's 1 stock. You got 3 more to get through here. If you can get like a double sidelight recovery, it might carry Henry close enough to the top kill box to secure the KO, but then you still have 2 more stocks after that. How are you gonna make this comeback? I don't really see the reality of it happening, but you never know till it happens.
You definitely never know. This is going to take not getting hit. That was almost 1, right? But it's going to take a lot of not getting hit.
Okay.
Bam, the recovery is going to work there, and then I'm going to need to see a stolen stock here. One of these guys has to get gimped. Other than that, I don't know. But we'll have to see the story unfold. It's looking really good for Vortex at the moment. I mean, in all actuality, it's looking bad, but he's doing well.
Wow, nice. Oh, he lives.
He
He
used
does
a couple
recovery.
jumps.
Nice. Weapon throw wasn't good. And there we
that
go.
edge guard, that could have been better, but yeah, still got the high damage on him.
Oh man, and I have to say that Serenity seems to always go for these reads off of the sidelight nair. It's going to be sidelight nair, gravity cancel, a sig. I can't tell you which one, but it's going to be one of the 3, and that just seems to be how they like to play the character, and they've seen great success with it. But in the 2v1, it's kind of like, do you need to go for these harsh reads? Now, regardless, it didn't matter. We get a nice replay of this team combo. Sidelight nair into the gravity cancel end sig from Bryn. That was beautiful, man. I was happy to see that.
That was dirt, pure dirt. I hope to see that on the Twitter page of Brawlhalla, Pro Brawlhalla.
Yeah,
that was
please.
really, really nice.
That's a good one for TWK and Photo to analyze later next week. That's
Definitely,
for sure.
definitely. All right, yeah, look at that. So we got 40% on 5-6 from Himway, but it just wasn't enough. Everybody got solid damage there, but Vortex with that 663 really leading the pack, and still wasn't able to come away with the dub on all that damage. So it just shows that they're not playing bad. They're just not getting the KOs, and they're getting KO'd fairly quick.
Yeah, and the blue team, they're the people that you expect to be winning this kind of handily. I'm pretty sure they got both of the higher PR players. You know, I know these names. The red names, you know, I see them here and there, but they're still kind of fresh bucks to me. Meanwhile, blue team, you know, I see them every single time I cast out these stages, but right now they're getting tossed. You know, they got to wake up right now. They got 1 more shot. Oh, and that is not the best for the red team. Honestly, good start to the blue team. They're starting off okay. You know, to make sure I check the stocks real quick. I was like, that was the team, right? Okay.
Yes, and that's another one of those things I'm talking about. They lost the stock really, really early, and you can't do that in these situations. You got Scarlet out here throwing haymakers, and you're just going to allow your second stock to get more damage and get popped again. You got to hold on to these stocks, play a little bit more evasive. Maybe some passive play would be what they would look for here.
You can see, I mean, they got the legend swap over to the Cassidy, right? So we're going to keep those blasters, but I guess Reaper was like, you know what? I don't want the Barraza no more. I don't want the axe. I want the hammer instead. And Cassidy does have that high dexterity stat, can really throw out those hitboxes. Just pretty good sigs to boot. We might get a double edge guard here. No, Vortex doesn't get the down air. Oh, and a reversal pogo from him. That one has to hurt. Red team barely takes the lead.
Man, Himway's doing great. As a wise man once said, sometimes you got to show up and show out, and they doing it. They showing something.
Oh, yeah, man. They got everything going right now. It's like, dang, you got to save some for the exclusive content. Come on now.
All right, so Vortex trying to fight back here, getting some good damage, still healthy on that second stock.
Oh
so
my
this
gosh.
isn't actually too bad right now. As long as Himway goes down, and that's going to be a lead for the blue team. So the blue team did pretty well on their second stocks. First one's got kind of demolished. Have to get out of the way of that. Nice chase to get away from the weapon toss, but still going to lose the stock because Himway came through and said, I see you creeping.
That's what makes Himway so good. You know, just from what I've been watching so far, Himway is an opportunist, right? You see that moment, you say, you know what, I'm going to strike. And maybe it doesn't lead to anything, but in scenarios like this, it can be the difference between getting a very early KO or alternatively having to drag it out. So good stuff to them for being able to push it out for this long. And now we have ourselves a final stock bout, except for Serenity, who manages to join the party right now. So now we really do have ourselves this scenario.
Yeah, finally down there in the last stock.
Nice.
Oh my goodness. And Himway is in danger. Very good job. Gets out of there barely by the skin of their teeth. Dodges and gets past the D-Light. And almost got stomped into oblivion. Here we go. Trying to get back on stage. Reaper doing very well with the guns. Oh my goodness. And we are back in another clutch situation. Serenity really healthy on this last stock. The Rocket Lance is doing its job. High damage. You can't really get touched right here.
And this is tough because if you're Reaper here, right, if you get a Stomp Sayer on a Himway, that'll probably KO. But since you have the blasters, all the animations take so long, right? Like, how are you going to find that KO? You want to swap weapons if you can get the chance here. Or, I guess, poke him down with Sayers. That might be an option. Cassie does have some decent SIGs. If you go for, like, maybe an N-SIG, you might be able to squeak one out without getting punished, but it's going to be risky. Nice. Hold on. Got the recovery.
And that's how you take the stage from both players. Got the control back, but wow!
Sneaky Sayer.
Jumps over the top, turned around with the Sayer. And Scarlet, my goodness. Serenity, beautiful, beautiful job out there. Man, you got to show up and show out, and they showed us what's popping. And there it is. Let's look at this stock right there. That was where Vortex was trying to get back on the stage, and Himway came through and caught him slipping, caught him lacking. This was a great performance from the red team. I want to see what they
Vector right here as we do load up into game one. Mammoth Fortress, nothing too crazy there. We are seeing Ulgrim come out from Balthazar, which I mean also not too crazy. We've seen Balthazar, specifically Ulgrim, in the 2's landscape fairly often. Val also. All these legends are just staples to the metagame.
Some classics to the 2v2s so far. Of course, Axe can't go wrong. Here comes the team combo. Interesting startup. Balthazar able to follow up with that down signature. I was really curious, like that Nair, it's a grab move, only going to grab one person, but still ended up getting a lot off of that combo.
Yeah, that's kind of the bummer, right? Where it's like, all right, you have the kind of team combo that, you know, if it doesn't lead to a KO, it deals a lot of damage, but because of that Nair, you can only get it on one. Wow.
Balthazar, don't celebrate too much!
Okay.
He took his hands off the keyboard and everything. He is falling there. Nice double weapon toss from them. Was really, really cool to see to get that finisher on, I think that was Page.
And for me, of course, I'm going to be taking a good look at Use, right? Beautiful conversion coming out there from Bahe as well. But, like, Use is someone that I haven't seen before, you know? And I feel like a lot of people, especially, are probably in the same boat. Like, who is this guy? But he's out here rocking this Teros, doing a great job. Ooh. Beautiful conversion, right? That was perfectly executed. He saw the neutral light. He was like, all right, I know what comes next. I get the Sayer for the KO. These guys have been converting off of each other phenomenally.
And that's exactly what you want to see from that Teros, is those big follow-ups. He hits really hard coming in with base 8 strength, means that those follow-ups are going to do a lot of damage, lead to some quick knockouts. Team combo set up, but they get stacked up onto the neutral light because Use hit Fiend from behind.
Okay, let's see. Trying to get the recovery there. Use able to find much. There we go. A little bit of an interrupt there from Team Red, but so far, I mean, this is a pretty close game, all things considered. Neutral Sig coming out. That's going to be a KO. Weapon throw on the left side of the screen to go ahead and wipe the board clean, and the blue team is loading in with their final stocks.
Yeah, and you got to give credit to the red team for getting that turnaround. Like, blue team started off really strong, but you got to give a lot of credit to Use hitting those axe swings on the back of Fiend, really breaking it up, not letting this blue team get those team combos. Oh my goodness, what? Balthazar is getting deleted by Use.
Okay. Hold on. Looks like so far, I mean, the red team has this close to in the bag now. The recovery's going to KO Balthazar, and you have to imagine, yeah, Fiend just says, you know what, let's go next, because he did not see himself making a 4-stock comeback there. That was a commanding victory coming out from Pahe and Yuz. I hadn't heard of Yuz before, and now I'm a fan.
Yeah, I mean, Yuz definitely earning a name here today, playing in the 2 space, clearly showing that he's not some newcomer or anything like that. Like, he's holding his own. He is not being the weak link of this team or anything like that. This is a really good pickup for Pahe as a teammate.
Okay. And just like that, loading into game 2, they're leaving Mammoth Fortress available, which, you know, if I'm them, I'm wondering if that's something you want. Going back to that stage is what's going to end up happening here. You guys got kind of cleaned up on the first try, but maybe the next one's going to go around. Looking at Pahe's stats, 8 SIGs, 63% accuracy, so he probably got like 5 out of the 8 there, which is pretty good, all things considered.
Yeah, I mean, respect to Pahe. Forces Fiend over to the Bryn as well, wanting the double axe. The only difference between these two is that Balthazar is going a little bit more defense heavy, having a lance instead of a hammer, whereas Yuz is going to be a little bit more strength heavy with that Taros.
You're going to see if the switch is enough here. I mean, so far, I mean, I'm still staring at Yuz. I'm like, man, this Taros, it's playing support, which is like a little bit rare, right? Like, I feel like generally you see Taros, all right, that's the guy who's probably going to be swinging the most, right? But when you have a Taros playing support and just swinging whenever his partner's getting attacked, well then, every time he punishes you, it hits that much harder. Beautiful interrupt.
Good breakup,
yeah, that was great.
I love a support Taros. Put that high strength character as the support, make it so that those risky big swings are less risky, and then you have that high speed character as that frontline opener, and that's what's happening here with the red team.
It's like, man, I ate like a Taros Sig, you know, for hitting somebody. Yeah, that's gonna stink, right? So it's like, dang, they really got to be on their toes now. And there we go, Stomp Sayer. That's easy to use. Go ahead and secure that KO. One clean hit here onto Fiend, and that could do it. But looks like Pahe's gonna fall first. Yuz sitting with 3, and that kind of ends up being what happens when you play support, right? You end up living a little bit longer, but it doesn't matter because Fiend is a shark, man. Gave him no time to breathe.
Yeah, he's doing a really good job surviving, keeping this team alive, but Balthazar has got to be careful. He's been getting really chopped up by this axes of the red team.
Okay, let's see. All right, I like this Sayer coming out here. You can see Balthazar controlling a lot of the aerial space. Oh, yeah. No, Balthazar, yeah. Uh-oh.
Okay. Bean's really trying to play that that pressure role for the team, right? Like, he's really trying to open things up because Balthazar, he's getting handled a little bit, and you see the way that Fiend's rotating over. Good double side, like, couldn't quite get the follow-up, though.
Let me see what's the conversion here. They just kind of let Pahe get back to the stage here. Yuz trying to, you know, open some space here, and it looks like it managed to work because Pahe was able to get in and find that recovery into the N-Sig. Tries to convert into the ground pound just a little bit too late, I think, there. But that's okay. Oh.
Nice. Fiend able to clean up and give his team the lead. Balthazar is the one who's surviving the most for the blue team this time. But the weapon toss, he has plenty of movement. Fiend just trying to be here, be this wall so that Balthazar can get all the way back up.
Okay, wow. Good string coming out here from Fiend. And it looks like Fiend and Balthazar might have a chance of getting this game too. Balthazar has been extending this stock for so long now. One clean hit away, but the red team has to find it first.
Yeah, red team likely looking for the knockout onto Fiend. They know that if they can take him out, they get the 1v2, but they can't let Balthazar just run in, get a bunch of free damage as they're hunting this.
Okay, and there you go. Balthazar goes down. That means they have a 2v1 with Fiend for a little bit, and they can't find the KO. Good amount of damage. Recovery. That X recovery. It's always scary. You never know if it's going to KO or not. You're not sure which hitbox is the one that lands.
Balthazar taking some damage while Fiend is stuck on that left side wall. Both the blue team members holding the left side wall. Balthazar goes in, but he's taking a lot of damage. He's not getting any damage put out. This is bad. Balthazar, he's going to get the wall touch.
All right, using that weapon throw to try and get himself back to the stage safely here, but is one clean hit away from certain death, especially against Taros and a Bryn. How do you get back?
Oh, he's not going to be able to. The scoop up from Yuz, and Pahe and Yuz are up 2-0 over Fiend and Balthazar.
Granted, that was a closer game, but man, the hammer down air is like that option that always seems to work in those scenarios. Like, it doesn't get so much use overall in the kit that, like, when you throw it out in a scenario like that, no one's ever really looking for it. You're scared of the Sair, you're scared of the falling neutral air, you're scared of the stomp, and the down air comes out and, like, dang, you know, I feel like the amount of down airs a Hammer player lands a game is usually less than 10, but it's so good.
Yeah, it's one that you don't see thrown out in neutral that much. Or, well, I guess a better way of phrasing it is like, there's a bunch of Hammer players that won't throw it out a lot in neutral, and then you'll run into like 2 or 3 who like only throw it out in neutral,
exclusively,
right?
yeah.
But for the most part, the ones that don't throw it out in neutral, when they do, it hits because you're not expecting it. It's got that like kind of jank movement in it where you can kind of X pivot it as well and really catch some people from behind. And again, this blue team forced to make another swap. We'll see if this one will be the one because they now have to win 3 games in a row to stay alive in this tournament.
There we go. We're going to be seeing the Orion from Fiend, which, you know, not unpopular character in twos. We've seen Dolan make quite a bit of damage happen with this character before, and even Kostlix used to get a decent amount of mods with the character in twos as well. But here, once again, he's been kind of making a splash again. I'm happy to see it.
Yeah, you can see there's this clear thought in the blue team that they want a Lance in some capacity, right? Like every single game, it's either been Baltazar or Fiend with a Lance in hand, but I don't even know if the weapon is the reason why they're struggling right now. Like, they're just not getting those follow-ups. They're not getting that damage that this red team is able to put out.
Which is so weird, but Rocket Lance really has just come around to 2v2 metagame. People have figured out team combos. Beautiful down sig coming out here. You can see, wow, Fiend was actually just able to go ahead and get some extra damage there. I thought maybe an interrupt from a teammate was coming, but the red team is double axing their way to victory right now. Holy cow.
Blue team is just not finding a response at all. Yuz has been living for so long. Fiend's able to get back up, but immediately the recovery launches him.
And that's always like demoralizing to get hit by. Like someone just does a jump raw recovery to KO you. They just read you that hard. They knew it was going to hit. That always makes you feel pretty bad.
Ooh, but a nice Sair cleanup potential here for the blue team. The axe weapon toss, and Fiend keeping his eyes on the prize, able to avoid it.
I was so scared there that that was going to be a moment of friendly fire, but the micro spacing was so perfect that he was able to have that just be the killing blow there. And now we have ourselves a tie match. Team Red Axes, though, going crazy yet again. The blue team's trying to strike back, but they haven't been able to get anything going with their double spear.
Dude, the red team, you got to give them so much credit for follow-ups and for interrupts. Like, the blue team cannot get momentum. Every time they're swinging, a red team member is interrupting and getting so much damage put out.
And here we go. We're looking for some damage here. And you can see at this point, they already have Baltazar on the final stock.
Oh, Fiend's right there with them.
It's going to be tough. Baltazar biding some time here. You can see Fiend runs in with the Rocket Lance to try to break him up so Baltazar can get some time to get back to the stage, but still stuck in the corner. We've seen Baltazar on this left side of the stage for the past like 15 seconds.
I mean, he's got to be feeling rough for getting taken out so quickly. Nice follow-up from Fiend with that end sig. Unfortunately, just not going to lead to a knockout. They need to get this KO onto Yuz and then immediately turn on to Pahe, because Pahe's still living on the second stock, not even in the red.
Yeah, Pahe is looking pretty healthy, all things considered. You know, he has no dodge, but couldn't really get more than just that end light for the punish, which is going to be a little bit of a bummer. That down is going to kill Baltazar. Now Fiend's in the 2v1. Another 4 stock that needs to happen. You can't just throw the stock away this time. But hey, get caught by a neutral light, and you'll be saying goodbye to that stock anyway. Clean sweep from Pahe and Yuz. That's a 3-0 and a handshake.
Yeah, 7th place finish for the 3rd seed of the tournament is unfortunate. A nice upset for Pahe and Yuz, and they're going to be moving on. Just some great team play between the two of them, and Fiend and Baltazar never really found their footing.
Man, and this is something that has like seemingly been a theme a little bit. Now granted, like Agno and Blaze still keeping it strong, but in Southeast Asia, right, we didn't even see Tiger and Jerry
Wolves into the losers bracket. Might just make the longest losers run that Brawlhalla has ever seen. Before it was blue with so many sets. It might be Fiend. If Fiend comes out victorious today, he will break that record, that like unparalleled record. Ailzo standing in his way after what we just saw against Wes. Definitely going to be a very scary opponent to face.
Yeah, man. So Ailzo, I mean, did go to a game 5, but should be able to do it up here. Also, really liking the skin. This is like that Magnificent 7 skin. I like it. Super nice.
Yeah,
Anyway.
this is a clean one. Noel uses this one a lot.
Yeah. All right, so let's see how this one plays out, though. As you said, man, Fiend, you know, obviously playing fully to his name as he's hit that loser side of things and just been making the longest run of all time. And he is still keeping that level of dominance up. Easy edge guard right there with the side air that low onto the stage. Wasn't going to allow him to get that low touch at all.
Fiend's been so good today at just finishing those edge guard situations by floating out alongside the wall and picking up a side air. He's been so good at that. Normally the opponent would be able to get back, but he's able to do it simply with just a side air. Doesn't have to commit with a ground pound, doesn't have to get down low, doesn't have to be dangerous, just a side air to finish those off.
Okay. Yeah, off the top right there. Not getting much. We're not getting out across the blast zone, but at the very least, threatening that next stock. I mean, if you can get another one of those, although look at that damage that was just added up immediately off that combo. The weapon toss. Oh, okay. Interesting to go for the neutral layer there. And now the last active hitbox of that down sig, the unarmed down sig, is going to find it and get that stock off. But already a lot of good damage here onto Alzo.
Alzo definitely behind on this one, and off of the immediate Asuri swap. That was something we didn't really see in the West set earlier. It was Val the first game, lost that, and then 4 games of Caspian. Caspian was looking amazing. Not even just the weapon combination, but the signatures as well. Like, Alzo was stuck on the wall with gauntlets in his hands, gravity cancel neutral signature, and West really didn't do anything after that happened. He was just kind of zoned out of it. So this Asuri pick is an interesting choice for Alzo, seeing that he definitely is losing this game. Unless he's able to find something big, I wonder if we'll see the swap back to Caspian from Alzo.
Yeah, I mean, I feel as though, like, in this matchup, I'm not really sure why he didn't try to go for the Caspian. I think Caspian right now, you know, with both weapons and in singles, probably fares a little better. And I understand that, like, he does not have the range, but we were talking about this yesterday, that those some of those SIGs do have the range that makes up for the fact that he's playing 2 short-range weapons. So maybe that is the swap that we need to get. Just barely avoiding that down air, but that was mostly just a flub from Fiend more so than Alzo actually doing anything of like jukes. Oh, wait a minute. The turnaround?
He's high. He's going to get the dodge back off a cooldown. There it is.
Yeah. Maybe a side air instead would have been the play instead of the neutral air, but yeah, going to go ahead and lose that stock regardless. And so, hey, look at, wow, the damage over here. 604 to 379. Alzo definitely got to come to the leaderboard for something else. Because this Asuri is not the one.
And there's the swap. We're going to see that immediately. You'll see it once we get into the stage banning or the loading screen. There's the D-Light recovery taken off the top to clinch that game, giving game 1 to Fiend.
Yeah, man.
Still,
I mean, it's
high damage numbers, though, TK. I'm worried.
Yeah, I was going to say, that was a super high damage. I feel like that's the issue, though. Is that, like, even if the game by stocks looked like it was going to be a little closer, like it looked like Alzo was pretty much one confirm away, that's just a lot of damage he was taking, man. And, like, eventually getting hit that much will just start to mess up your psyche, your mental regardless. Saying, like, you just feel like you can never get any space, can never get away. So hopefully the swap over the Caspian will lead to better days here as we get to our second game.
Starting off a little bit rough, Fiend coming out with a big momentum. That's the gravity cancel neutral signature I was talking about. I haven't really seen anybody punish that too much yet, just because there's so much time from when that bomb comes out to when it actually explodes, and then Alzo is out of recovery frames. That D-Sig on the edge going to cover a lot of space. Fiend, again, he's doing that like hesitation and kind of waiting for his opponent to kind of play their cards before Fiend actually plays his. Sometimes it works really well. Oh my goodness. Three D-Lights, a grounded one, a gravity canceled one, and then a ledge canceled one. Wow.
All right. That was spicy right there, because I feel like I've never really seen that, but at the same time, whoever plays on the stage to even get that setup. So, like, just...
It's super rare. It has to be, like, the right combination of things, because there's also the possibility of like a grounded one, then a ledge canceled one, then a gravity canceled one. So you can change up the order, but like everything has to go in your favor, because if they have their dodge, you're not going to hit that second gravity cancel. So they have to blow their dodge. You have to be in an area where there is a soft platform at the level, and you have to do the right combination of those moves based on the soft platform you're near.
Okay, so let's see if he can do it again. Well, could you do? I guess you could do 4 then, right? If you did ground, gravity, and then ledge cancel, and then another gravity.
I don't
OD.
think you would have
enough
your
time.
dodge. I'm wondering now if you could do the D-Light, then a ledge canceled one, then turn around, then another ledge canceled one, then a gravity cancel.
Going absolutely insane in the theory crafting right now, but only theory that I see that's definitely being proven is that Fiend is still going absolutely insane. Getting that solid lead, finally loses his first stock, but it took some time. This is a decent amount of damage he's already got onto Elzo's last stock. Elzo just not being able to play too well around Fiend. Fiend, man, like using his range to his advantage, but on top of that, just using like his game sense. Uh-oh.
Oh,
Yeah,
completely
just slap him
shuts
down.
that down. But we have to think about the set with Wes that Elzo just played in winter semis. Also went down 0-2, then won 2 in a row, and in Game 5, it was both players absolutely last hit red. So we could see history repeat itself. Elzo, he kind of has that like Noel power-up as he goes 0-2. That's when he really turns everything on, and that's when you need to be the most worried, is when he's on his last leg.
All right, man. So over to Sentinel here. So we're just getting on. He's going to keep the guitars, but getting the hammer. Probably want to just some more range for sure. And the hammer is definitely going to be a great weapon if you're trying to get yourself, some range in this matchups.
So he is going to have some good defense here. 6, he's actually going to take 1 out, put that into dexterity. That's going to be a lot different than the Caspian pick. I can't remember exactly which stance he was going into on Caspian, but just the base default stance is going to give Caspian 4 defense. So now we might actually see those really high damage numbers really not work for Fiend if he's having to put out 656 damage again, 670, 700 damage to take out Elzo. That gives Elzo so much time in the world, especially when he has a hammer in his hands, finds those easy D-Light stairs, he's KOing right in red.
All right. So let's see how this one plays out, man. Going to go ahead and try to get the Sentinel working on. And I think he's actually using the hammer from one of his series skins. Or is that? I think that might be a Cassidy hammer.
I think that's
actually.
Cassidy, yeah, from her
yeah.
Dia de los Muertos skin.
Yeah, really
which
good.
is actually
really good
very
skin.
timely for the season.
Well,
So he's President Sentinel, and he's definitely a very spooky president.
yeah. Time for the sig.
Oh.
Ooh, nice. Neutral sig, and cannot really get the confirm there, but a neutral sig definitely gonna go over some stuff. The down sig this time. Step away from me. I like the fact, I feel like he may have watched a couple of these last matches because that has been something that Fiend has got away with a lot. Is that reverse down sig. So not
I
this
can't
time,
believe Elzo's D-Sig actually had the range on it. Okay, we're seeing Elzo start to turn up here. I'm getting shades of Elzo versus Wes.
All right. So, gonna keep it moving. Keep himself,
Nice side air. I love that he used a side air there instead of just the nair, because that's going to send Fiend under the stage. Ooh, nice fast fall to get away from the ground pound. Fiend actually pulled out of it. GC neutral light goes for the turnaround neutral air. Fiend kind of having control of this corner. Elzo not taking a lot of damage here, though. Fiend is getting a lot of the hits, but Elzo's not even in orange yet, so he doesn't super have to worry. Nice D-Light side air. Fiend gets the punish, even though the side signature from Elzo does actually pop you up a little bit.
Okay, little side air action yet again, and he's definitely trying to get back to the stage at least safely, but Fiend has been doing such a good job of kind of keeping him at bay. That should be the stock. Yep. Nice stuff to Fiend, man. Really knows how to get those conversions super quickly.
Elzo without a weapon. You see him moving to the left side, hoping it's going to spawn over near that soft platform, but it actually came in on the right side just as he's moving away. Now he picks up the guitars. Is he going to hunt for the recovery? There it is. Oh, man, that was so close. I'm surprised the D-Sig hit earlier to punish the down signature from Fiend, and I'm surprised that one didn't actually hit.
Yeah, I'm thinking this is definitely this is the character of choice for sure for Elzo to try to get this W here, but I'm wondering if it was just because he was able to bring the range in, but at the same time, he's really not playing as much hammer as he could be. Seeing on one of these guitars still a lot And he's getting caught up, 8 up every time, trying to jump out of the corner. Fiend is right there with that down light.
You see Ailzo completely dipping down low away. He didn't want to get caught by the GCD light ground pound for the finisher from Fiend. Oh, Ailzo's going to fall, and that is the set. Fiend continuing this loser's bracket run with a very confident 3-0 over Ailzo, who is making an incredible run of his own. Keep in mind, Ailzo, PR22, so that is certainly going to move up. And I want to put that in a little bit of context for you, TK, before we move on to how well Fiend did, is for the region of South America, in order to, be able to compete in the Invitational World Championship, you have to be top 15. And then that 16th spot goes through the last chance qualifier, and the winner of the last chance qualifier comes in at that 16th spot.
Forever, because kind of came out of nowhere. See what I did there? That was actually nice.
That was good. That was good.
Kind of came out of nowhere and performed so well in the last singles tournament. I mean, went from never seen in top 8 before to nearly on the podium, right? And then on the other side, we've got esports royalty, Emperor and Broly, who are actual blood brothers. Competing together. I mean, how much more synergy can you get when you're in the same room with your blood brother and you could yell out like, yo, team combo, neutral light, neutral light. I mean, there's no delay. You're talking in Discord, there's at least 50 milliseconds of delay, you know? These guys,
Definitely.
they got every advantage.
They're in the room together like a COD 2v2 team.
I mean, I think they're twins. They were in the womb together, dude. These guys are.
Wow.
These guys
So
are
that's
as
unspoken
synergetic
synergy.
as you can be.
Right? They
So
don't even
let's
have
see
to
what they
say
got
anything.
here against Kinda Ackerman and Hyper, who really have a good shot at beating them. I mean, this match really could go either way here. Broly loses the first stock. Hyper scored another KO on the brothers. Broly and Emperor down to their second stocks. Kinda Ackerman.
That was such a good
Hyper,
team combo.
Yeah.
Hyper picked that up. I love
They're
the
still
Reno
pretty
pick
healthy
too, right?
here. Despite they took both of the first stocks, they're still pretty healthy. And look at Hyper just dishing out even more punishment. They are gaining more and more ground here. Also, shout outs to the Reno fans out there. We got Reno here in the tournament.
Definitely excited to see this character.
Oh.
He's so awesome. Oh, wow. What happened there?
Oh,
Kinda
no.
went down.
Oh, Hyper
what a
saving, Kinda.
save!
Woo, man. Okay, well, he goes down after that, but that doesn't change how awesome it was. Oh, Broly's in trouble.
Broly's in trouble.
He gets the chase dodge. Woo, man. He got the chase dodge. Hyper goes down, but that was only his first stock. Boy, they have a significant lead here. I mean, Broly and Emperor, even if they had a great couple of stocks here, they'll still only be tied up afterward. They've got a lot of room to make up for here.
Definitely do, and I just keep seeing Broly off stage having such a tough time out there, but finally landing some good hits. Okay, I like it. Take it to Reno. Tried to get the recovery to hit on the back end instead of downwards. Did not land, and
Broly's in trouble. He's in trouble. He's in trouble. He's got no weapon. He's floating around. He just wants to get back to the stage, and Hyper won't let him have it. Broly is out. It's up to Emperor. One stock against four. I'm not feeling good about Emperor's odds here, but you know, I've seen him do crazy things. He's capable.
As Kevin Garnett said, anything's possible, but I don't know about this one.
Oh man, he scores a killing blow, but he dies for it, or he gets punished for it. And that's, you know, that's the problem here. When you're a 1 against 2 really good players, it's hard just to get any sort of damage out without you getting punished for it.
Exactly. Anytime you swing or you do a neutral light with the axe, right, you're stationary.
Oh
it's
yeah,
a free
you stay
punish.
way too long the neutral light. You know, you basically relegate it to like single hit moves that are done very quickly. A side air, even a side air can leave you vulnerable long enough.
Mm-hmm.
Oh man. All right.
That
Next
Reno
game,
neutral
and we've got Broly switching his legend now to his most classic character. This is great. Hold on. Wait for the surprise reveal. Here it comes. Ooh, he's playing a Suri. Okay, this is the Broly I know. This is the Broly that stole my heart 5 years ago in the early days of Brawlhalla Esports. Broly was out here on this exact skin of Asuri, and he was the king. He was rank 1 all the time. He was, when power rankings first came out, it was Broly on top.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. But now so much talent has developed since then. And Broly has long been out of the spotlight here, unless he beats these guys right now. No, it's not looking good. Oh no. Kinda Ackerman has barely even
down with the nair. That was beautiful.
They barely taken any damage here. Look at Kina's health. This is bad news for Emperor and Broly. Maybe they can score the early KO on Hyper. Broly's got the opportunity here. No! Whoa, he not only drops the opportunity, he's taking in a wealth of punishment here from Broly. Oh no, I can't believe Hyper on his way back to the stage has taken Broly from white to orange. That is insane.
That was wild. Just kept looping him with the nair from the guns. Pop, 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 pop.
The goal was really get back to the stage without dying, and instead he did get back to the stage and kill my opponent on the way. That's insane.
Oh, the sig, but you're punished right afterwards. My goodness. Emperor on the side fighting for their life with both players on him. And oh my goodness. And the side sig's going to take out the teammate. And now blue team's going to be happy about that one. But you're still down big, losing your stock. Both of you on final stock.
Oh, what a punish. What a combo.
That was a pretty cool combo. I like that. I like that. Oh no, the Sair Hyper on the edge, living dangerously, almost was taken out, but
he really is. He can afford to be. You know, when you're at red and a stock ahead, off the side's a great place to be, because if anybody's foolish enough to come challenge you, you've got the opportunity for a super early kill, whereas you'd get taken out regardless being at red, right? Regardless of near the stage or not. Oh no! That's what I'm talking about. Oh my goodness. Hyper scoring the neutral sig KO. Emperor falls shortly after. Kinda Ackerman and Hyper are so far ahead of these guys. And these guys are legendary. Emperor and Broly are major players here. It's surprising just how well Kinda and Hyper are doing here.
Man, Hyper is making some real opportune plays. Like, look at that. Are you kidding me?
Yeah,
that was the
nice.
Perfect use of that SIG on that gravity cancel. So nice. And just that weapon toss to fall
he was
down,
like one hit from death. He wasn't even, that is crazy.
Yeah, all leading from that recovery on the side where he's putting all that damage on the Broly. That was still the same stock.
Kinda Ackerman had about 200 damage more than anybody else on the field there. Ooh, what a combo from Hyper. That was so aware, man. Knowing that Kinda was sending him down with a hammer recovery. Had the blasters ready to follow up. And in the blink of an eye, Emperor and Broly are in red. There goes Emperor. How fast was that? That was less than 20 seconds.
Fast.
Jeez.
Oh, instant.
They're so good.
Oh, yeah, right?
What we need to learn from this is that Kinda Ackerman and Hyper are insane. I mean, this is crazy.
All right, yeah, because it's not like Emperor and Broly are playing bad. And like you said, they're legends in this region. But my goodness, Kinda Ackerman and Hyper came here to play right now. Look at that. Nice. Got both of them in that one and decided to chase the one that's on white. I mean, yeah, you want to get an Emperor out of there on the second stock and leave yourself in a 2v1 situation. But the scope is good from Broly. I like it.
Okay, the stocks are tied up. Don't pay attention to the damage. The stocks are tied. Never mind.
All right, we're still pretty even here. Oh, they could get some damage.
I'm looking at Emperor here, and we need to be aware. It's Emperor. Oh, geez. Emperor is so much more damage than everybody else on the field here on their second stocks, and it's going to be up to Emperor to have a presence in this match that's helpful without leaving himself open to punishes.
I think they're doing pretty well right now, kind of just dancing around, tapping here and there. Oh, no, but the recovery stolen from the Sair. Oh, no, Emperor's gone down. And now your teammates out here getting terrorized. Oh, can you make it back, Broly? No, you cannot. Hyper is sniping.
It was questionable even without the side air, but the
definitely. Tried to make a read on the jump there. Broly tried to hit the side sig. Gravity cancel, no good. And these guys are pretty
They're running away with it. You can
Yeah,
say
Emperor's
it.
got
It's fair to
big
say.
damage.
Kinda Ackerman and Hyper are running away with this. And okay, though. Woo, and the guitar solo. Okay, that's a highlight. That's a highlight. You know, even though Broly, he might not come away with the victory here, but that guitar solo after a brutal double KO, that can still make the highlight reel. But let's see.
Definitely.
Broly's got a chance. We've seen crazier comebacks than this. Just
it's
based off
Taros,
of
right? You got to get
Yeah.
the damage. That's all you need.
But based off of how Kaina and Hyper have been playing here, it's hard to make this prediction.
Definitely.
It's hard to side with Broly here, but I want to believe. Ooh, okay, avoids it. Bro, oh, what? The tiniest? I can't. What a crazy combo for them to do. That was wild. I mean, for Hyper to even think of that hitbox at that moment in time with such a brief window of opportunity, that's extremely impressive. What the heck? Hyper and Kaina. That was insane. A swift 3-0 clean sweep from Kaina Ackerman and Hyper over the likes of royalty such as Broly and Emperor. Wow. That was impressive.
Yeah, take a look.
The way up until their top 8 qualifier match without losing a game. Then Page and Yuz actually took one game off of them there. It was kind of the similar story for Hyper and kind of Ackerman as well. Went all the way through without losing a game. Went up against Bruxo and ZDQ. And again, Bruxo and ZDQ took one game off of them, and now they're in the top 8. Kaina and Hyper really turned up in the end, though. I was stoked to see the Hyper Reno, just because I love to see Reno, especially in 2s. But now that they swapped over to this double Bodvar team, it's so scary.
All right, man. So, yeah, that double Bodvar team, obviously everybody knows Bodvar, so they know what he can do, and they know what to do with him. So a lot of familiarity here on the screen for everybody, but it really just depends on how they're able to deal with it this time around. On the other side of things, though, you got Queen 9 Never Die, and then of course Bryn, also a very popular character. So honestly, no real mix here, no real unorthodoxness, just straight up good Brawlhalla gameplay coming for you. That down air is going to go ahead and take it in the double tap. Okay, that was
Lopez.
nice.
All right, kind of getting a little swaggy with it with the GC side signature there rather than just like your standard spear ground pound for that big coverage option. Oh my goodness, that almost killed.
That definitely almost killed right there, and look at the damage that he was able to take at the very least. So may not have taken out the top, maybe on a different stage, but still, regardless, still took a lot of damage there, and that was on the second stock immediately. So this is looking pretty bad here for the blue team, as the first part of this, they are already down to a 1 stock on to Kaina Ackerman while they finally got their first stock off of Lopez, but Power Ranger still living.
Power Ranger and Lopez's ability to pick up those 2v1 combos just like really quickly and hit like a 3-piece or a 4-piece. And a lot of times they'll send their opponent straight up. So the next opponent is coming back into the game, spawning. They're on the ground, meanwhile completely split from their teammate who is up in the air. That gives Power Ranger and Lopez the option to really force the situation on the newly spawned character, or if they want to really focus on that juggling. Kaina and Hyper finding some damage back, but they're so far behind at this point. Game 1 looking rough for the blue team.
Yeah, Kaina and Hyper definitely got a small chance to do a 2v1 there on the left side, but that was broken up immediately. It took him a little while to get into it, and then allowed, I think, Lopez to get back in time. Now, Lopez actually going to be off of that stock, so Queen 9 Never Die, actually dying a lot of the times first on this here red team, and that's going to be an easy scoop for Kaina Ackerman as well. So the blue team, I mean, even with the rough start, not completely out of it, and this is still comebackable for sure.
They have double hammers. We're seeing some team damage. It's not 2 hits. Just in like the past 10 or 15 seconds that the blue team has hit on each other. Hyper's out of this game. That's going to take out Kaina. Neutral signature from Power Ranger, and it's done.
Yeah, man, that was a I wouldn't say a super easy first game for them. I feel like it started easy and then it got a little more difficult and then they kind of eased back into it being easy again. The damage, absolutely the same between Lopez and kind of Ackerman. And Hyper, not too, actually having more damage than both of them. So this was definitely a kind of down the middle game. I think it was just who was effectively taking stocks more, and it happened to be Lopez on this Queen Nai.
We haven't seen characters locked in from Kinda and Hyper just yet, but on the screen in front of you, the signature game for the blue team was a little bit rough, but it was actually fantastic for the red team. 5 signatures with 60% accuracy, 7 signatures with 57% accuracy. So incredible work from the red team finding those signatures. A lot of the ones that Lopez found were off of like the 2v1 combo, and then you also saw the gravity cancel side signature on the left side that bounced off the wall, got a KO. The side signature on the right side with the spear also getting a KO off of that one, hitting like max range.
Yeah, man. So I think we're still waiting out for this. Let me go back to the next screen. Nope, we got the Bovar. Ready to go. The double Bovar is ready to go again. And then Power Ranger probably swapping skins, right? I don't think he's really going to swap characters here. I feel like that they definitely have a good spread between their characters as is. Queen Nai, even though he took a little defense away, still has 7 defense, but also 7 force, which is super nice. She hits hard and she eats hits as well. But it looks like we're waiting for Power Ranger. Actually, let me go look at the chat real quick to see what he's
It's going to be a lot of Portuguese or Spanish. So I don't know how familiar you are with Spanish.
Yeah, my Spanish is up there, so
okay.
Basically, it's basically just kind of like context clues in it up. But now they kind of wants to check Power Ranger.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
So let's talk about Kinda and Hyper just a little bit. For those who didn't happen to catch the pre-show earlier today, Kinda and Hyper are a little bit of an interesting team. One of the previous tournaments, I'm talking Summer Championship, Kinda was playing with Nusak, Hyper was playing with Monexo. Then all of a sudden, this tournament, a month and a half later, they kind of did a little bit of a wife swap there. So now Kinda is with Hyper and Nusak is with Monexo. We have seen Kinda play with Hyper in the past. I believe it was the Spring Championship earlier this year. They did come out in 4th place with that one. So that was probably one of their best finishes of their entire career. Wondering if they can keep that momentum going here. They are going up against Power Ranger and Lopez, the definitely #1 kind of undisputed team in South America right now. So if you're seeing them get beat up a little bit, you have to keep those context clues in mind that they're going up against the absolute best. If you took the #4 team in North America and put them next to Boomy and Sandstorm probably going to do some work on him as well. So if we can get that bracket up to show some of the pathways that these teams took, Hyper and Kinda Ackerman kind of had a reasonably easy trip through the bracket. We mentioned earlier, didn't lose a game until they fought up against Bruxo and ZDQ. And Bruxo and ZDQ actually getting to that spot is a little bit surprising because they went through News and Nagi, who in the most recent community tournament got 3rd in the most recent one, then right before that one got 2nd. And TK, the big boys were playing in that. So it's not just you're a pretty good competitive team going and pub stomping a community tournament with everybody and their mother just happened to play for fun that weekend or anything. So News and Nagi going down that early, bit of a surprise.
Yeah, man. I mean, I'm looking at some of these teams at the bottom as well. Phoenix Baltasar is kind of surprising as well.
Yes.
But we will be getting, I guess we'll be getting that match going or, going relatively soon. It seems like since they've got down to the bottom side of things, though, they've been pretty dominant. That was a 2-0 over Monexo and Nusak. So now they'll be going against Bruxo and Keijo? These names, bro. Y'all be...
Yeah, I don't know how to pronounce that one, so we'll just throw a ZDQ on it just to make things easier. So I'm not the white guy mispronouncing other cultures' words, because that's never a good look for me, TK.
Yeah, I 100% understand where you're coming from. So, although Pahe and Yu's definitely moving straight on through Seven and Tavares, so that was actually a pretty good game for them as well. In the top 8 elimination round, they're looking to see if they can get into the actual top 8, the quarterfinals right there. But man, it's going to take a little bit of work for everybody down here on the loser side of things to make their way into at least the losers quarterfinals.
Now we're zooming in on the bottom side of the bracket. You can't quite see it here, but if you do hit ! bracket in chat, that'll give you a link to the Smash GG bracket. And an important thing to note on there, if you want to see certain teams or certain sets, there will be a flag next to the set that tells you which channel it is streamed on. This is, of course, twitch.tv/Brawlhalla, but if you look down at the bottom, like the Bruxo, ZDQ, and Fiend Balthazar match, you'll see that that is streamed on Pro Brawlhalla. twitch.tv/Pro Brawlhalla. So you can go see some of the production over there. I tell you what, there are definitely more than a few sets that I am absolutely jealous of the second stream. They get to see some absolute amazing sets over there. Definitely happened in EU. Definitely happened at the Mammoth Invitational before that. So definitely check that out if there is a team playing there that you want to see.
Yeah, man. I feel like we're about to be getting into it relatively soon now, though. I think, just looking through the chat. Now, all right, well, we'll get there soon enough. But regardless, man, yeah, if you guys are trying to keep up with any team or any part of this here championships, man, you can always check the brackets. You can always keep up with all things on Brawlhalla. And on top of that, if you haven't already followed the Twitter, definitely follow BH Esports or Brawlhalla, or use the hashtag Brawlhalla Esports to go ahead and get on the stream as well. But definitely follow their Twitters, man. You can follow Pro Brawlhalla or you can follow Brawlhalla just to keep up with the game in general, man. But I'm sure a lot of you guys are here for that esports that's just 1,000% like been popping off like tenfold from where we started to where we are now, man. So big thank y'all who are all here watching for whatever reason you decide to watch. If it's for the good gameplay or if it's for the great commentary, whatever you want to listen to, we just want to thank you guys for being here.
And TK humble as ever. You can also follow him. Is it TK Breezy?
Yep, just TK Breezy on everything. So
there you go.
I've been able to brand correctly.
You can run the full gamut of TK Breezy content all across the board. I am at WhoIsSparky on Twitter. Nothing really else that you need to worry about. Now we're this game. Power Ranger and Lopez versus Kind.
Stingray going up against Ethan, my friend. As the band's already come out right up at the beginning. We're not even going to get a second to breathe from one thing to the next It just keeps on going, Paulie.
Yeah, just keeps on going. Experience with an absolutely amazing performance yesterday in the 2v2 side of things, but Faison being a really solidified, good and consistent top 8 placer. This is going to be tough for Experience. This is going to be seriously tough for them.
Almost our final set of the night here, the Paulie, and as we saw before, I want things to turn up even more. I want to see more action. I want to see more gameplay. I want to see big hits and big confirms between Faison and Experience. So I was about to say, if you got that toss down, that would have been wild.
Yeah, Faison looking incredibly strong so far. Experience starting to respond though, getting really good axe combos coming out left and right. Faison now actually going all the way down to orange. Experience is putting up a really good fight here.
So both right now in the red, both completely almost unarmed as the cannon given away. And Faison had the control, but whoa! Experience switches it up on them. Now it's the axe as well, looking to get a little bit of chip damage down at least. Put them at least the yellow for ultimately have that stock taken. Consider how careful they're playing. This axe can be wild. That scythe as well, that reach. It's nice too.
Faison is going in hard though with the scythe, and that there is actually all it's gonna take. So Experience wasn't able to extend that lead very far. Faison going over to that side to find a read or two and get some really good damage going right from the start. Almost able to find it there, not able to react to that dodge. Really close though. He had the right idea going.
It was nice, like you mentioned. But again, this game is, as you continue to play more and more with your opponent, how far as you head on this set to the next, adapting, reading, and understanding exactly what you're up against and seeing how your opponents play, any tendencies that they might have, definitely can help out these players a ton. Because everything counts right now.
Everything counts. especially when we're looking this even. That's the D-Sig. Oh, that actually wasn't enough to KO. The ceiling on Demon Island just being so far up, not gonna be able to kill. Still, that really looked like it should have, but not quite enough. Next one surely will do it. Phazon switching over to the gauntlets, looking to confirm this, but Experience gets the D-Light Nair just before he's able to. And that's what Experience in the lead now.
This right now, but it's already in the red, but gets a lot of damage now, but already he puts him to the yellow. That's a really nice combo over the cannon. Shouldn't be the confirm as yet, being able to recover, but Phazon should not let him manage to get back on the stage. Might be all she wrote. Comes out the gloves, he wants to spar. Hey, misses it, gets to confirm there at the back end, nice weapon toss. So between them. And yo, Experience is just racking up the damage.
Yeah, really racking up the damage. You just gotta finish it off here, but Phazon will find that recovery. So this is still looking very doable for Phazon. Just gotta get a bit of a damage. Just has to win these trades, man. Just get a bit more damage than Experience. Win encounters, and that's gonna put Phazon in the win. But the SIG coming out from Experience is gonna be all it takes, and Experience will be winning the first game against Phazon himself.
Really solid way of breaking out. You saw that as he got towards the second stop, those cannon combos, like they actually did not hold back too. And considering how much their Experience was able to do, you can see why they're experienced at this game. Sorry, go ahead and leave them.
Oh, it took me so long to get the joke. I actually hate you. I'm joking. I love you. We all love you. Don't worry, it's fine. Oh, that's really interesting. I saw Experience go for a really interesting follow-up. You saw Experience go for sidelight dare with Axe. That's a really tight and unique and just situational combo in general to go for. Seeing Experience whip out a combo like that gives me faith that Experience has a ridiculous amount of experience on Axe. And you can see it right here. Experience just absolutely shredding Phazon so far, going with this hard, unarmed offstage, and that's put him in the lead. Experience doing this well against the Seed 2 Phazon himself, this is huge.
This is seriously impressive stuff like you're mentioning. His offstage plays, the confidence you see coming out of them is like genuinely phenomenal. Getting to cover us. Ooh! Much of that decent. We'll matches finish them off 1-1 in terms of stocks. Not even too far in terms of damage either. Phazon, see right now, wants to make sure to get into Experience's face. Doesn't want to give him any more space. And it's already being given because you know what he can do with that. As you finally see the Axe come out for Experience. Didn't see much of that last time.
Yeah, this is it right here. Oh, amazing double Sair coming onto Phazon, goes for the recovery as well. That should be it. That should be them down, but no, they actually regain their options, and the end light will ultimately still be enough to take down Phazon. But the thing I wanted to mention, that's the thing with players like Experience. He's coming into this with nothing to lose. Like last time I checked, and I might be completely wrong. If that's the case, please don't kill me. Okay, I'm just a caster. I'm pretty sure Experience is like triple digits PR. Phazon is Seed 2, so Experience quite literally has nothing to lose here. He has already gotten a huge gain. Like seeing these placements is huge coming out from Experience.
Let's see if he can continue it on this right now. So that one stock lead, though, both of them playing unarmed. See, it's a sight. All we needed is one dare. Shouldn't just get about the stage match to the cover. The Axe and going for these things, but it frame plays. There we go. This dare doesn't manage to get the connection between them, but we'll finish it off bare hand.
Yeah, we'll be going down there, getting dirty with their own hands, just absolutely taking them down there off stage. Phazon is looking so incredibly low though, like a D-Light Nair, something like that is going to take Phazon down here, so they've got to be careful, and that's exactly what they are being. Getting good sight damage, but it's not going to be enough. Experience will come in and scoop that Nair, with Experience now being in a 2-0.
Experience right now, you saw managing to continue to get those 1 stock leads. We're talking a little bit about the adaptation that we should be seeing from your opponents. I've actually seen that more of an experience because you see a lot more of that cannon play. He's kind of just letting go of the axe because he knows that if he plays more head first, he plays a lot more aggro. If he plays in the face.
Yeah, and it seems to be working out fairly well so far. We are going to be rotating into the 3rd game, and oh my god, Ravish. Absolutely just going off stage. I'm at a loss for words. What just happened? What just happened?
I'm trying to form words, but you were mentioning that experiences, just like really solid with the offstage play, especially with the cannon. You seem very confident about it, but this might be a bit too offstage. I was gonna say, like, they were adapting the phase on really well, playing super aggro in front of their face, making sure that he can't have time to recover or anything, or even think about what's about to happen next. It was some good edge guarding for a while, but experience managed to recover, creates a reversal. Okay, he didn't cut, but he just barely touches the edge.
Phazon is going crazy. Phazon is going crazy. I don't know what Phazon did. He flipped a switch somewhere inside of his brain. He's going absolutely nuts at the moment. But experience is... Oh, I thought that was going to be it. Oh, it is. That is going to be it. That is going to be Phazon down after a really roller coaster encounter there off stage. Phazon is looking a lot better than the previous games. Phazon has started adapting. This might be the download, and you saw it right there. Ooh, got the GC, but wasn't quite able to maximize the amount of damage out of that experience. Just tried to jump out of that combo there, and it worked out for him. But Phazon is looking untouched so far at this stock. If experience, oh never mind. I was gonna say Phazon wins. I was gonna say if Phazon wins that stock with being untouched, that's gonna look real bad. But experience will find a couple of hits. That's gonna beam down though.
Now, Phazon did manage to get the stock pretty much being untouched here, but I was going to say half of this game has been played on this side of the stage, and the other half has been played off stage. Like, I can't, I can't remember a time that both these players have been at the center fighting for stage control. No, it's literally just been edge guarding and who can recover better. That has been it.
Yeah, they might as well just remove. They might as well just remove that half of the screen, and the match would look pretty much the same. Just a one-sided match altogether. Oh, but we're at this side now. So, Caster's Curse, Ravish. Oh, they're going down heavy. Oh Jesus, this could be horrible. Okay, gets the end light on the axe. Gonna look for the KO here. Goes for the recovery. Phazon was expecting it. Not gonna be going into that time around. Goes for the Sig. Phazon wasn't able to punish it. Goes for the dare now off stage. Going huge. Oh, experience coming back with the recovery to throw Phazon off guard. Did so successfully. And experience is looking a lot better now.
Remember, Phazon's fighting for his life here, if I'm correct. Like, experience has been getting 2 in a row right now. So, like, this right now, he's got to turn things up a little bit. We're seeing at the beginning of the match was looking real good. He's got to look a little bit better.
Yeah, we're looking incredibly even so far. This is it. If experience is able to close this out, that would be taking down the seed 2 of the tournament in a 3-0 while being triple-digit PR. That would be an absolutely huge accomplishment. I would assume that this is where the nerve starts kicking in. Now, is Phazon going to be able to maximize off of that? Or is experience going to be able to find a killing blow? It's looking like we're getting closer and closer to the ending of the game. Looking for a bit of a dodge reaction there, but wasn't able to find it. Phazon now going to be switching over to those gauntlets, looking for the killing blow. Experience is just so unable to find it. There it is! The dare! Experience will be beating Phazon in a 3-0, sending him straight to top 8. Jesus Christ, this is it right here. Ravish, this is the reason we have the B stream. Imagine if this game was never streamed.
Bro, by the way, so would you say that there it is? Anyways, moving on forward from that, like you mentioned, man, this was crazy how this went down there already on the back end. And I want to point something out as well, that Experience was actually playing really well around phase on spot dodges, just to make sure they're choosing his right moment to go in and then try to get true combo off. Although he only got a little bit of chips and like some nice hits, but he was reading him really well. I mean, that was amazing.
This is absolutely crazy. This is definitely what could be considered an upset experience. Moving into top 8, you're going to be able to catch him later at twitch.tv/Brawlhalla. Make sure to show some support to all of your favorite players. Now, unfortunately, Phazon will be going home, but that doesn't mean we're done here. We got some more games. What do you got for us, Ravish?
Well, we can see right now we do got a little bit more coming at ourselves.
Yeah, we got Stingray, you know, like the animal. Yeah, Stingray, the fish. Stingray is a fish, right?
Matchup between these two players. We're going to see some aggressive competition. I think they're going to keep the pressure on each other. And Rain, what do you think it's going to take to get that W?
Oh man, all right. So both of these players just have such explosive combo string tendencies. Like Radish is arguably the #1 Petra in the world, besides I guess maybe Boomy, where Radish just has this phenomenal bursting of these unique combos that'll just start with like a light attack into an end sig with either then gauntlets or orb, whereas Pugsy on the Jala is probably the best glass cannon in the entire game, and it just goes absolutely crazy each and every single time with the ability to build up damage fast with axe and sword. So ultimately, sirs, I think it's going to be who can hit harder, who can hit faster, and that's going to bring home the dub, because both these players are going to go at it right from the bat.
Definitely, and they're both playing the legends they're most comfortable with. Yep. I think Jala and Petra, both of those characters have 100% pick rate in tournaments for both of these players. Now, we talked about the power ranking. Pugsy's a little higher on the power rank, but Radish has been placing a little bit better. Got the 17th in Mammoth Invitational. Pugsy only managed to get the 25th. Ooh. So, in recent tournaments, we're seeing Radish perform a little bit better. Let's see how that plays out in autumn.
Yeah, man. I think, probably maybe that has a little bit of a chip on Pugsy's shoulder, too. Oh, beautiful axe recovery off the... And, man, oh, man, first stock goes to Pugsy after it looked like Radish was very in control off the bat there. But both these legends do deal a ton of damage, so Radish can come back from this very easily. But, man, oh, man, Pugsy just looking for a way to build up damage and try to get as much extra credit as they can on this stock, sirs.
Yeah, and I'm still early. We're in the first game. I am feeling that both players are playing a little carefully, but Pugsy really going in, and there it is.
Beautiful, beautiful ground pound from Radish off the bat there. It is 2-stock to 2-stock, but Pugsy was able to get Radish all the way into the medium orange right now, so Radish is going to have to be so careful. I do love the matchup right now that Radish is focusing on using Orb into Axe, because the ability to hit crazy strings like that, sirs.
Yep. Send them off the top of the map, and I think that's what Radish is going to be going for, especially as Pugsy's kind of being a little floaty right now, just staying up there, not really giving Radish too much neutral game.
Oh, Pugsy
with the big ground pound. Is he going to deny him to come back on stage?
Wow.
He didn't have to do anything. It was all mental pressure there, and he kind of just didn't let him back.
Yeah, man, and what's tough is that Radish had such beautiful reads and came all the way back so much in that stock, but Pugsy just hit only one read, but it happened to be the read that mattered the most with a calculated ground pound. We're at 2-stock to 1-stock, still anyone's match right now, but Pugsy with the apparent slight advantage. So it's going to be huge right here, sirs. It's going to be huge right here.
Yeah, we're seeing Pugsy on the sword. I want to see him build up that damage. The sword's a great weapon for it too. Get in, punish a little bit. That neutral is really good for building up damage as well. I think that's what he's going to go for.
Yeah.
He seems like he's trying to keep him off stage as well.
Yeah, it's definitely sword's one of those weapons that if you can control, the center of the stage and force your opponent off stage, it's really easy to build up damage by catching them with end lights. Oh!
Speaking of neutrals, big neutral
yeah.
Try off stage.
Yeah, that was spicy. That was exactly what Radish needed off the bat. And now here we go. We have that Orb matchup into Axe once again. Radish has done so well so far this match. Into this matchup, can Radish capitalize and bring it a little closer? Pugsy with a beautiful D-light into then the end light as well. Oh no, recovery. This might be it, sir.
I think Radish can do it, Rain, but I think he's got to tighten it up if he wants to do it in this game or in the next game. He's got a lot he's got to work on. He's kind of letting Pugsy get away with a lot, and Pugsy's like, sure thing, I'll run with it.
Yep, absolutely, man. And, you know, Radish, finally getting a bit of a read, though. This is huge right here. Oh, Radish goes for the calculation. GC NSYNC looking for the... Oh, no, goes for the recovery instead of the weapon star. But Radish says, I don't need it. Is this comeback season, sirs? Oh!
Wow, I thought that down was going to
connect. What?
I want to check the frames on that one.
Yeah, right? Let's go to the replay.
So close. Saved by a hair. Ooh, the ground pound not connecting, and Pugsy able to make it back on stage with Radish taking control.
It's coming down to this neck and neck big dare from Radish, and Radish with the Sair will complete the comeback, sirs. Radish was down and out bad in that last stock, but Radish using the orb into Axe, and it brought it home.
Rain, you know what he was doing? He was paying attention. Yep. That's what I wanted to see from him. I said he was letting Pugsy get away with a lot. In that third stock, he's like, it's not going to happen.
You did.
You got that big axe. I'm not giving you the space to use it. I'm going to punish you. I'm going to keep that pressure with my orb, and I'm just going to come hit you, get those small hits, and build up that damage.
You know, and I like it. I think Radish, might be your #1 fan right now, sirs, because, the tides really seem to change. Once you told Radish, you're like, hey, you got to start paying attention, Radish. We got to see you win this, man. And all of a sudden, Radish just burst out of nowhere and literally hits a complete comeback season, but it is a loser's bracket, best of 3. So if Radish does win this one, Radish will be moving on, and Pugsy will be out of the tournament. But if Pugsy wins, we will be going to a game 3. Listen right here, sirs. What do you think Pugsy's going to have to do to have a chance?
Well, first of all, Rain, right off the bat, I'm just going to give Radish the courtesy of not caster cursing him on this one.
Oh, that's good. That's good.
He's doing great, and I want to see that continue.
Let's go.
And I think he's got it. I mean, looking into it, he hasn't got a weapon yet, so he's taking that early damage, but he can even it up with that orb, which he has done in the past. Look at that. He's just maintaining that pressure, that stage control, and shutting down Pugsy from coming back on the stage unanswered.
Yeah, Pugsy definitely does not look nearly as comfortable at all as when Radish does have that, orb. There's a clear advantage off the bat from Radish every time that Radish does have the orb within this matchup. But Pugsy, we've seen a little bit of the sword gameplay here. But it does seem Pugsy does have the damage advantage. Oh no, here comes the edge guard. Oh, Pugsy looking for their moment.
Do maybe a little breakdance. Nothing, letting him back on stage cleanly. Wow. Because he wants to go for that orb.
Yep, hey, that's smart. That's smart. Radish is listening to you once again, sir. It's smart. It's smart. Key to victory.
I want to give him some credit, too. His gauntlets were pretty good, too, but he just wasn't able to get those strings and maintain that pressure. Once again, the center of the stage, maintaining control and dominance, and then punishing Pugsy when he comes back on stage.
Man, oh man, that is absolutely beautiful. This has been absolutely insane off the bat. And Radish, dude, sirs, Radish has the advantage off the bat. I mean, this is looking good. Is this going to be a 2-0?
I want to see him keep it, but Pugsy's taking some names with that sword.
Yeah, right.
He's like, I'm not letting you back on stage. Let me get that axe and ask you a question.
Ooh. Oh, and I think Radish had to answer the question that was asked right there with a heavy Sair to the mouth, sirs. And we are a little bit of a slight advantage here for Radish, but Pugsy building up so much damage so fast here, sirs.
It's happening, Rain. It's happening. This is what I was talking about. Radish is not putting that pressure, and he's letting Pugsy just beat him senselessly with that axe. You don't want to see it anywhere. Radish cannot do this in game 3.
Yep,
absolutely not.
Yep, absolutely. Okay. Oh, so are you assuming that it's going to a game 3? Is it confirmed, or is this like a little bit of caster curse?
Listen, I'm always hopeful. I want to see everything go to game 3, 5, 7, 9, whatever. I want to see it go all the way. I want to see some good Brawlhalla, which we are.
I like it. It's getting down and dirty at 9:30 right now. Pugsy with a beautiful edge guard off the bat here. Can Radish find a way to confirm this stock? Because Pugsy is trying to find the way with a beautiful
there it is.
Oh,
Pugsy with the masterful sword edge guarding, just sending Radish to his final stock while he himself is sitting in the yellow. Looks like this is going to be Pugsy's game, Rain. What do you think?
Man, oh man, Pugsy has just let the beast out. Well, we talked about it with Finn, aka Jala. It's just one of the best legends in the game to build up damage so fast and capitalize opportunities.
Oh my goodness, look at that axe. He's doing it to him, Rain. You hate to see it, but you love to see gameplay like that. Oh, no. Rain wasn't able to make it back. That was a clean 2-stock. Yeah.
That was rough. That was a 270 damage advantage for Pugsy in that matchup. And you know what's interesting? You know, Pugsy had the advantage in game 1, but, you know, kind of fell apart at the end there. Whereas game 2, Pugsy had the advantage and held on to the advantage the entire time. So you got to kind of give the advantage to Pugsy in game 3, huh?
Dude, that was extremely unfortunate for Radish. You know, I saw some big oofs in chat, and, you know, I said a few myself. But what we want to see from Radish in game 3 is that don't let that affect you. Hang in there, keep that mental, stay locked in, and then just keep the pressure on.
Yeah, man, it's all going to come down to this right here, right now. Both players are now on their tournament set. Whoever loses will be out of the tournament. Whoever wins will be moving on. We have Radish against Pugsy, and it all comes down to this right here and right now. And Cirrus, it seems like Pugsy's found a bit of an answer for Radish's orb that was so dominant in the beginning of game 2 and all of game 1.
Oh, interesting. Yeah. So what do you feel like he's doing so differently to that orb?
You know what's happening?
Looks like both players struggling to connect.
Yeah,
right now.
yeah. Pugsy's just, you're gonna notice Pugsy's engaging a lot more with dares and nairs every single time. And what that's doing is that's forcing Radish to have to play in a position where Radish isn't going to be able to use the nairs, which is what was setting up so many combos every single time.
Right. Good call out there. Yeah. And you know, and that just goes back to just keeping pressure on your opponent, maintaining stage control, maintaining aggression while not getting punished yourself. And I think both players have been good at it. Seems like Pugsy's kind of just doing it a little bit better in this stock.
Yep. Absolutely right now. It's getting a bit intense here. Both players know what is on the line, especially for these players that are power ranked so close right now. Their tournament projections for how they do in this tournament is everything, and they really got to find a way to outperform the other opponent, because in the tournament that comes after this, Cirrus, you know, all your power rankings really decide if you are going to be able to participate in it and where you are.
We're talking about the big B,
big
BCX. Rain, I'm seeing Radish just fish for those combo starters, and Pugsy's not giving it to him, Rain. I mean, the reads aren't connecting. He doesn't have it just yet, but they're still evened up, both of them in their third stocks. So I think it's still anyone's game.
Yeah, definitely looks like a little bit of nerves showing up here, Big Sarah, though. That should do it. From downtown.
The second time he's been hit with that big weapon throw.
Yeah, man, and that hurts.
Feel good.
No one wants to take an axe to the face. You know, that can't feel good,
not.
especially
after such a big side air.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah. Little bit of extra damage, a little bit of a mental game here, but Radish, this is what we've seen Radish kind of struggle with so far in this match, is that once Pugsy kind of gets this lead, Pugsy builds up so much damage, but a beautiful kill confirm option from Radish right there does even out the stocks. Unfortunately, Pugsy does have the damage advantage. Cirrus, what is Radish going to have to do here to find a way to bring this home, to find a way to win this game 3?
He's catching Pugsy a lot with those side airs and those GC sides. And it's working. He's catching him, and that's how he's maintaining great stage control. You'll see it when he tries to get Pugsy on the way back. You'll see it when he sent him on that last stock.
Yep.
There it is again. I want to see him continue that. It's a good sign of dominance. It's a good sign of control. Got to maintain the control. Keep the pressure up on Pugsy. Don't let him get those sword neutrals, those sword gravity cancel. There it is. Yep.
Oh, man.
And that's how Pugsy's building the damage.
Yep.
Radish has just got to shut it down, Rain.
Yep, and I feel like we've seen Radish just on the edge of this map so many times, back and forth here, and what it's doing is oh man, that was a beautiful GC light though. Radish is kind of, is this what it takes? Is this a bit of the awakening right here?
End lights, perfect. Ooh, unfortunate read. Yeah, unfortunate misread over there, and then getting punished with that big neutral. You know, Radish fishing for that neutral sig on Petra. He got it in the first game. I don't think he's going to get it again. It is definitely one of those, hey, pay attention to me. But I don't think he's going to catch him one more time.
Yeah, absolutely there, and Pugsy does actually, you know, punish that with a nice dare, sending now Radish into their tournament stock here. It is all going to come down to this. Can Radish finally find a way to get this stock? So close, but still not enough. Radish has to find a way to not take damage here. This is what Pugsy has done so well. So anytime Pugsy gets a stock lead, Radish has had trouble confirming the KO each and every single time. Can Rayo? Oh no, Radish went for the N6.
He's going to build the damage right now.
Oh,
hey, he caught him! He did.
He did. Try again.
He's still in it. Hey, those two beautiful neutral signatures, one on Orb and one on Gauntlets, both of them putting Radish right back into this third stock.
Uh-oh. though. Are you seeing this? Pugsy's getting a little flustered right now. You can tell Pugsy really wanted that weapon. All right, though, Radish on the edge here. But we've seen Radish have to play on this edge so many times, and it really has not worked out the best for Radish. Radish fighting for stage control here, really trying to give a position where Pugsy cannot get in and absolutely hit such big damage with these axe signatures and light attacks that we've seen so much so far, Cirrus.
I'm sweating, Rain. Both players have just bought it back in this final stock, tournament stock for both of them. Remember, if you lose this, you're out. That's it for your tournament run. But are very well into it. Oh my goodness.
Sound like Sarah? Radish, stop. No way.
The offstage pressure. The offstage pressure.
Just the comeback of the season. Another sideline Sarah. Radish with finally an advantage, Cirrus. No way.
Oh, not
no way. Oh, Radish, what are you doing? What is happening?
It's anyone's game, Rain.
Oh, big M like.
Oh! Let's go.
No.
Radish sneaking the W right at the end. You love to see it. Ooh, Rain, what are your thoughts on that?
Oh my gosh, it doesn't get closer than that, folks. Radish taking down Pugsy in a beautiful fashion. You have seen Radish, if you look at these replays so many times, what came down to it was Radish's superior orb gameplay. Pugsy was able to find so many reads here and there, but just at the end, Radish just absolutely exploded with a burst of tenacity and a will to win, and that's what you got to have to get the dub in these tournaments. So GG's, Radish moves on. Pugsy, unfortunately, is out of the tournament, sirs.
You've got to maintain that composure. You've got to maintain that aggression. And both players, to give them credit, were able to do it all 3 stocks, all 3 games.
This game, Rayman has been one of the most fun characters for me to watch personally. I think he is, he genuinely makes things so exciting, but I think we might be getting a little bit of change up here, mate. It's Monopoly's Rayman versus Rayman. We'll have to hold our breath for now as we wait for the lock-ins. But by the way, yo, you're a young dude, Paulie. Did you ever play the Rayman games as a kid?
No, dude, you want to know something funny? I didn't know that was a game until 6 months after Rayman had been in Brawlhalla. Okay, everyone is gonna be mad at me now. I'm gonna go to Twitter, I'm going to see 300 mentions of people saying not very nice things. I had no idea whatsoever.
Bro, it's like one of the most iconic franchises of all time, bro. Rayman Legends is just like Raving Rabbits as well, which also brings in all of those sidekicks. Oh my god. It's fine. It's okay. What matters right now is the game, as we're about to head on in just a couple of seconds.
Yeah, I'm excited. Both Pugsy and Snowy being just really already established players of the pro scene here in North America. Definitely, I believe, if I'm not mistaken, seeding-wise, Pugsy, actually seeding-wise and PR-wise, this should be an incredibly even game. Pugsy coming out with that Jala, as we mentioned, Axe. Yeah, you were spot on, Ravish. We're seeing an Axe v Axe right here. So it's going to be the sword and gauntlets, which are going to be the differentiator. Now, Snowy on that Rayman. Rayman has absolutely crazy things. That's the one thing I know Rayman for, if anything. And then just that lethal weapon combination, really quick KOs on the gauntlets, and also incredibly good dodge reads. So one of the strats you'll see a lot of players do is, can't get dodge reads? Alright, let's do consistent neutral game on Axe. Oh, you can read their dodges? Let's go over to gauntlets and 0 to death them.
I like that term, just 0 to death them, which is what has been the overall trend, especially with players being able to manage to find a little bit of that space for them combos, right? Just knocking them off the stage just like that. But right now, you can't exactly follow up out of them. But Snowy's still a strong showing the beginning as we get into the Axe v Axe.
Yeah, we're looking super even so far. Good trades coming out left and right. Good Axe combos. Snowy able to find that Sair. Now going off stage, Pugsy finding a really quick Sair. Okay, I'm actually very impressed with that Sair. That would have been, that's really hard to line up in the heat of a moment like that. Both of them moving incredibly quickly. He's still just able to calculate it that well. Snowy getting some good nairs. Pugsy responding with the Sair. Now they're in the disadvantage. Goes for the weapon throw, catches the GC. That means they have no dodge and will be falling victim to that uppercut in the air.
Really good read coming out for Sawyer right there at the beginning, but right now they're still, if they're taking a lot of hits too, like you were mentioning, This game has been very, very even in between these two guys, and I'm sure Pugsy gets to finish this out right here. Right now, can he recover from this? No, he cannot. So we're a little bit too far off.
Yeah, both players now on 2 stocks, still looking incredibly even, very doable. Snowy will be rotating into those gauntlets. I would have to assume to build themselves a bit of a lead, because that's also one of the things. Gauntlets is an incredibly good weapon to start building up leads with, so going for that weapon here, good decision for Snowy. Gonna be looking for those follow-ups. Meanwhile, Pugsy just responding with what they know best, which is consistent axe follow-ups left and right, getting these dares in. But now Snowy's coming in hot.
You mentioned it, he just throws out the gauntlets and decides you want to go axes, bro. Let's go ahead and get axey with it. Let's go ahead and chop down somewhere characters from Adventure Time. Please tell me you've seen Adventure Time.
Yes, I have seen Adventure Time. I love Adventure Time. Adventure Time is great, dude. Not Rayman, though. Not Rayman.
At least one thing you know, you've seen, you understand, right? Which I'm okay with. That's fine. That's all that matters. But yo, well,
amazing finish, yeah. That's going to be the stock down. Snowy now has to hold on to the stock for as long as possible to be able to build up the lead. Pugsy is on that axe, though. That's so scary. Ooh, Ser, not going to be enough. Pugsy committing to it. Goes out, has to go back and touch the wall. Oh, and the recovery. Not enough to kill. Rayman won't die. Rayman is eternal, getting attacks in as well. Getting a bit of damage. Every single hit here is a win for Snowy. They have to build this lead as far as absolutely possible. And they're doing a pretty good job at it. That's a note of the recovery. Ravish, they've been so close to that 20 times. There it is. They're finally dead.
Oh, yeah, to get back into it right away, though, man. But you see the axe already built up right now for Finn. But the question is, can he put him at least in the orange before Snowy can do anything else out of it, though? It's a weapon. You mentioned this game has been just so even between these two. Now the second. What? This is literally playing on a nice edge right now, but Pugsy, getting a lot more damage in, a couple more combos, and suddenly might be able to confirm. I think someone might want to switch the gauntlets too, just to make sure that you can trade off instead. Oh, nice little follow through on that.
And this is what happens. Take 2 players, almost same PR, put them up against each other, and you got yourself a game, ladies and gentlemen. Incredibly close to the KO percentage off of both of these players. Good Ser coming out for Snowy, trying to commit to that offstage. Not going to be going for it just yet, though. Oh no! Doesn't pick up that weapon. That could have been a lethal mistake. They tried to go for that weapon, but Pugsy was too quick. And no, now they're in a disadvantage because of all of that. They managed to get back up. Oh, recovery! That's going to win still! He won even after that mistake because Pugsy came back and did an equally as bad mistake. Jesus! Snowy's gonna win that just on a knife's edge, as you said. One of the most even games I have seen in a while. 631 against 604 damage.
They were neck and neck between this entire game in terms of stock, in terms of everything else that was put out here, Paulie. So, between these two, I don't imagine we'll see any sort of change up. I would be shocked to see Snowy change personally, but I think the film right now for Pugsy is working out really well. But like you say, just in those final stocks, just one small thing could have changed that outcome. Pugsy could have easily gotten that, but just like between him, he just made the mistake a little bit later on, which was just the most unfortunate part.
That's the most unfortunate part. And yeah, like you said about the picks, definitely. They are both on their comfort picks. They're both established and the picks that they are doing the best at currently, at least for the last couple of months. And when you're doing it this well and you're this close, it's really when it makes sense to switch off. Really, a switch off, if either one of them get destroyed, I would expect a switch off. But there's no way that's happening. They're so even.
Yeah, it's if we saw something like the previous first 2 sets, then maybe a change that would have been in order. Already as we head on in, we're in the exact same state, bro. Both these guys trading.
He lost that so early. Wait, how did he lose that? I barely was able to tell. That was incredibly early. Oh no, that's fatal. That's absolutely horrible coming out from Snowy. They were in a full stock disadvantage. They're gonna need something huge to come back from this. Considering how even it was, they're gonna have to play out of their mind.
I have to imagine that Snowy just like couldn't land the upstick onto the ledge and couldn't recover from that. Even now, he can't get okay, just barely touching there. And now, this isn't too bad. It was only in the orange, but that might have been something that just sets Pugsy over the edge. They would have to play this next stock so well. But I don't know right now, man.
It's going well.
Pugsy's looking really good, yeah.
Yeah, no, Snowy's coming back well as well. They were in a complete one-stock disadvantage. You're seeing them come in really well so far. Pugsy is at yellow, Snowy at red. Snowy playing this stock incredibly well. If they're able to keep this up, the stars should align and it should allow them to win this.
Pugsy has to be feeling himself, man. Because if he also manages to get this too, that means that we're at 1-1 continuing on into this series. And honestly, it would only be right that a set this close has to go the distance in this BO5, which I want more than anything here, mate.
Yeah.
Going super careful. A little bit too close on the sidestep there. And to even it up. And now we're at 1-1, almost no damage to Snowy either party. This keeps happening.
Yeah, you gotta watch your step around Snow. It's like a dangerous dog. You come too close, you're in his zone, you're gonna get hit in the neutral game. Snowy is looking really good with that. I hate that analogy and hate it so much at the same time. We're looking so even. Snowy has been able to turn this around. It's all gonna come down to the last moments of the game. Pugsy sticking to the sword and Snowy on the axe. Ravish, what is your verdict here? What do you think? How do you think this will go?
Okay, I think as of right now, if Pugsy manages to get the axe under his belt, things might actually turn for the better for him. But I think right now, as long as Snowy has the axe, those heavy hits, those nares are going to hit for so much more. There we go. No weapon on Snowy, but managed to get the gauntlets. And will it be enough?
Jesus, Snowy's going insane, finding so many good hits on the gauntlets. Ground pound into ground count. Boom, kapow, that'll be it. Snowy is looking at a 2-0 situation. 1 game from advancing, 3 games from being out. They are looking confident. Now, this would be the one time I'd expect Pugsy to switch, but at the same time, probably not. It's still so incredibly close. It has to be in the mental at this point. You just need to have the mental strength and determination and motivation to be able to come back from this, because that's another aspect of being 0-2'd. You're so close from losing. Like, you're gonna have to work hard to come back from this.
I don't think Pugsy switches. It just wouldn't make sense, because like you were saying, like this is a tried and true pick. And it's generally just come down to the last couple of hits.
Yeah.
Like, just those last couple of seconds, if anybody can get maybe a decent combo off, or, you know, like we saw there, those 2 ground and pounds, which were so deadly. It can really just turn the game on its head.
Yeah.
It's always come down to 1 stocks here, as we head on in for the possible final round.